I'm a strong believer that toilets are not meant to be pissed in. Whenever I have a bottle laying around, aim to slit right in the hole, and I get to urinate with no splashing.
Meerkat Mall. Who? Meerkat.
They try to symbolize.
Dog.
I don't use the toilet, babe. I piss in my gallon like
the chap.
They be like, no, why you pissing in a bottle? It's for sanitary, so I piss in a bottle.
Suck it, suck, 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 suck.
Sanitary, so I piss in a bottle. I don't use the toilet, babe. They minus galaxy. They be like, no, why you pissing in a bottle? Why you pissing in a bottle? They be like, no, why you pissing in a bottle? Pissing a bottle.
Meerkat Mall.
They try to symbolize. They might be galaxy. I don't use the toilet, babe.
I want to have sex.
Like, they be like, no, why you pissing in a bottle? It's for sanitary, so
you're milking a human. You're milking a human. You're milking a human.
Let me tell you something, brother.
They try to symbolize. They might be galaxy. I don't use the toilet, babe. I'm pissing a bottle.
And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. Meerkat Mall. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. I worked for a major company, a helicopter company. It's called Aftermarket Support for Helicopters. Okay? They're flying around. Uh-oh. Things are breaking down, parts are wearing out. We're a one-stop shop for helicopters. So I was told, we see potential for you. You're better than just working customer support. Revamp the business from ground up. You can map it out and find bottlenecks and find shortcomings and find helicopters so that our company runs more efficiently. Okay? So I busted my ass, I worked my ass off, I did double work, never got paid for it. And you say, oh, it's part of the process, man, it's just part of corporate America. And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company.
Oops, I pooped it. Okay, next song.
Reminds me of that.
What's the next song though?
Philanthropist. Noun. A person who loves humankind in general.
Waking up off the Hogans in the tank of rain. DoorDash sitting heavy on my chest today. In the kitchen, check the fridge, something's missing. Can't eat my special sauce, shit got me lip licking. Check my phone, it's Swaycast and OIC. They like my red shoes, playing referee. Directing the masterpiece that is my life. Holding me back when I try to kill my wife. In the office, greeted with the stench of old feet, Italian grease. Shit got me feeling nauseous. Stepping over wires, arcade sticks and capture cards. Boot up OBS on Windows 8, man, I'm working hard. I'm just a small guy, making 5 bands on the hour. Every hour I'm devour. Don't you play me, cause if you play I'll make you publicly apologize until you say please. When I sit in my chair, I'm swaying like a metronome. Keeping time until you tip me, that's a business probe. When I look at chat and see no one is talking, I'll just call your mouth drooling idiot for just watching. When I end the stream and see I only got to 50, I'll end the record and begging please tip me. You're a mini 200 people to the acoustic stream. If every one of you tipped $1, that'd be a really big dream, thank you. Will I ever take accountability? I don't know, but I do know that the tips go. Gotta grow, it's a struggle running 2 channels, now 3, but I'm a crowd-funded individual, so it's not free.
Philanthropist. Very generous person or institution.
3 channels, yeah, I need to make that money back. Got a big gin in the line trying to cut it back. Got an improved setup if you wanna call it that. Got my big bitch flannel with the hoodie in the bag. I'ma beg a couple dents where they wallet tag. Could've had that 50K, but now I'm not a part of that. Never called at the right time, so I waddled out. Put a couple Hogans and went and got the bottle out. Staying out of drama, that's what I'm all about. Side scrollers set me up, they just did it for the clout. I really need support, I really need it now. But I won't go and get a job cause I would rather be a clown.
What's a mob to a king, to a god? How I wish I was more than a 50-bit bitch. 20 years faking, can't make it. Red hat, blue vest on my bacon. I'm shaking back to the days when views paid me. Used to play games, now the game plays me. Used to make waves, now I just pray. It's not a slow day, sitting on my couch in the hallway. They just hate me cause I made it. They just hate me cause I'm racist. They just hate me cause I'm real. It's because I run the slave trade. Kiwi farms on my case. Skin melting off my face. Spraying Jasper with a mace. Cats locked in the basement. Will I ever take accountability? I don't know, but I do know that the tips go. Gotta grow. It's a struggle running 2 channels, now 3. But I'm a crowd-funded individual, so it's not free. It's not free.
Probably one of my favorite songs I've ever worked on. This was crazy. It's crazy. It almost got like 10,000 views, which was great. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the bus song. How much did the bus song has? Yeah, this has 50,000. 50,000 views. 50K. That's insane. It came out 3 years ago, dude. I've been doing this shit for so long. I need to retire at this point. I need to scam people and retire. That's what I need to do. I've done everything else.
Luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my own things. I went viral for it. I just want the bust.
Meerkat Mug.
Oh, man. Bust.
Dog.
Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust.
Please.
Oh my God, look how big he is. Oh my God. Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Wow, it's big.
Meerkat Mug.
Bust. I just want the give me the monster. I just want the
vibrant and robust.
Wow. I just want the bust. I just want the give me the monster. I just want the wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the bust. I just want the bust. Please the pew.
All right, last song and we're gonna go.
Tasty banana in my mouth. I need banana in my mouth. Tasty banana, it comes in denim. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana in my mouth. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Put banana in my yum yum. Tastes like gum. Robust, shove it in my butt. Tangy zip, safe to swallow. Tip. Yummy, thanks for the money, dummies. It looks so funny. Please the peer. Why are you guys talking about tasty banana song? Please the banana. Please the banana. Please the banana. Tasty bananas. Please the banana. Please the banana. Please the banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need yum yum. Please in my mouth. I need. Please the peer. I need.
Meerkat Mall.
I need. You're milking a cow. I need. Talk about.
Meerkat Mall.
Please the banana. Please the banana. Please the banana. Tasty bananas. Please the banana. Please the banana. Please the banana. It comes in denim.
I would sing the banana song right now, but I don't know the banana song.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, let's go, everybody.
the chocolate starfish.
I
Meerkat
would
Mall.
totally sing it right now. It's actually perfect, but I don't.
Welcome to the Swaycast, number 99. One away from the arbitrary 100, which is a good number and a big number. Even though it doesn't really matter much, because before the Swaycast, there were hundreds of streams. But, you know, we need to celebrate it someday. So, yesterday, your boy had the 2 streams. He failed the goal on one of them. I think I'm going to start out with this, with the failed goal and the big goal-shaped disaster. And after that, we're just going to watch some miscellaneous clips and maybe even go back and watch some older stuff if I feel like it. I don't know. It's kind of just like a chill hangout stream. And since I said the word chill, you should have no expectations about the quality of the stream because it's supposed to be chill. Anyways, we are watching Raw Phil, the night stream, and let's see what happens at this timestamp.
You like Ninja Gaiden 4 until next week to see more of it. And honestly, I have absolutely
Big up Steven for the 31 months, dude.
when it came to support. When I'm looking at attendance, it's about the same. We have between 150 200 on YouTube and the usual attendance that we would have on Kick. Kick chat is very lively tonight. I don't know why no one supports.
They're redeeming moral support right now. As you can see, they're redeeming moral support.
No clue why we have such a slow stream. It's
Yeah, they love doing that. When the goal's not being hit, we better spam the moral support. It is pretty funny.
out of the 150, not as the third is pathetic. So
It's pathetic.
I don't know. I'll be honest.
It's kind of a way of calling his pay pigs pathetic, because, like, who are you calling pathetic? You're just calling the situation pathetic?
Honest with you,
I don't know,
I'm
man.
not in too much of a hurry now to play the game again. You know, if people are going to come out, but no one's going to
Oh, and it hasn't been good, though. 56 out of 150. That's crazy.
support.
That's very low. I thought he was successful, because this happened earlier that day, by the way. I want to show this first, because it's a insanely insufferable segment. It's not even a segment. It's more a kind of a clip. This is it. Here we have the cat police report where she lied about her weight. She said she was like 180 pounds or something, 160 pounds, which is probably just the breakfast she had, let alone everything else. Anyways, this was the clip. Yeah.
So every single person on the internet that's ever called me an e-beggar, all I have to say is, I'm successful. You're not. Thank you.
Instantly aged badly. A couple of hours later, this happened. As we are watching right now, we got filthy begging. So I guess, I mean, he's not even trying to dispute that he's an e-beggar. He's kind of embraced that in full force, because what else are you going to do? Like, that's you. That's your thing. Why keep running away from it? Because he tried running away from being a lol cow and failed, because he is a lol cow. He tried running away from being an e-beggar and failed, and then had to embrace it. And this is the absolute state of Darkside Phil, is jerking himself over a bunch of shit that he didn't even want to call himself, but now was forced to embrace because he is that pathetic. So I don't know who wins here. I don't know. I guess he wins.
We're just gonna be like
Wins
trolling
again.
on YouTube like this idiot's been doing all night, and everyone's just gonna throw the moral support around on Kick and not actually support the stream. Then I probably don't want to play it again right away. Being honest. So
You're just being honest.
I'll be honest. I like the game. I don't think the game is amazing or anything. I feel like this is a good filler game. I do. I feel like this is a good game for variety on night streams. I don't see this as like, oh, this is a major release of the year. I don't think it really is at all. I think it's just kind of okay. It's very samey to what we did in Ninja Gaiden 2 Black earlier in the year with the super armor mechanic. Like, that's the one mechanic that's different, is the super armor. That wasn't in the one earlier this year. But outside of that, it does almost feel very samey, the same game, right? I hope that you guys had a good night. Don't know what happened, but I guess we'll have to see what happens next time. Now, I'll be honest. Next time, if we have another dead night like this with no support, I'm done with this game. And that sucks, because I liked learning it. I think I've gotten better at it. As you see, I didn't suck at it tonight. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next time.
It's pretty extreme dropping the game after legit like 2 streams of not hitting the goal. And the goal itself is already outlandishly big for somebody that averages like what? At that point, he had 172 views and he was expecting $150. So this essentially, it's almost like you're charging everyone $1 to watch the stream. It's like they had to buy a ticket or something. That's not how it works, man. I mean, come on.
Okay. All right, folks. Yeah, I don't know. I literally...
And then we're going to watch the daily wrap. I'm sure that's going to be spicy.
Don't know what else to say. I guess I'll just say, well, oh well. It is what it is. Like, the thing is, earlier today, I had an amazing stream of Pokemon. I did. I had an amazing stream where we hit 2 goals. And it's obvious that, like, I keep telling you guys, what I think has happened is that my audience is changing. It used to be people wanted to come and see me rage at tough games. Now it's people just want to come and chill. Like,
yeah, where are they?
Truck Sim last night.
I think they were too chill and just happened to fall asleep. What happened? Where did they go? Help. Help this man. Someone give this man a penny. He's having withdrawals. He's actually having withdrawals. He's addicted to begging and receiving money. Much like a gambling addict can be addicted to gambling and winning. It's the same thing. And then when you don't win, you crash out and you lose your shit.
For Pokemon.
And this is it. This is it. This is flailing and tweaking and spurging out. Very nice.
A chill stream of Pokemon. We had so much support. Then I play an action-based game where I have to keep paying attention to the game because it's tough. No one cares. I'm just saying. Right? Is this not... I'm not imagining this, right? You guys are seeing it along with me. That the support is forthcoming for certain kinds of games, and it doesn't seem to be these kind of action-based games anymore, right? I think there will be some exceptions. For example, I do feel like that when Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes out, that will do well. At least
I mean, it's Call of Duty, man. It's Call of Duty. But he just said that's the type of game that doesn't fit with his current brand of content, because that's what would be qualified as a rage bait game. That's how he calls it, even though it's not like that. It's just like Battlefield. Like, how is it different from Battlefield? Because you can just go off by yourself and get kills. You can just do that in Battlefield.
Different ways to play Black Ops 7. You're going to have LMGs one night, right? All knifing another.
Big ups 4ND for the follow on Twitch, dude.
Sniper rifle. Now I'm going to go with the assault rifle.
Remember, this is the Swaycast, and the Swaycast is modern as fuck, so you can watch it on Kick, Twitch, or YouTube, whatever you decide. I would go on Facebook Gaming, too, if they allowed me.
I'll keep changing my builds. I'll be using different...
Yeah. Watch out, Facebook Gaming. I'm about to take over. All the people in my chat going to have their real names. This is going to be amazing.
Oh, let's just do freaking, Nuketown, because I'm sure Nuketown will be in it.
People sending super chats. The avatar is like a picture of them and their family. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, like, strange. Like I said yesterday, it's weird.
You know what I mean? Like, that game has a lot going on for it and a lot of variety. And even though it's action-packed, I can still talk with you guys between the rounds, right? And you help me with builds and stuff for that game. I think that game will do well. I believe that. But I'm starting to see now, the more action-based games just are not doing that well anymore, guys. Just being honest, it's weird, isn't it?
Why is it weird? He's not good at them. He's not good at the action-based games. He's bad at shooting. He's bad at hack and slash. He's bad at real-time whatever, like third person shooter and third person action combat. He's bad at it. Like what are we supposed to show up for? And he doesn't have the personality alone to carry it, so
I don't know.
Why
Well, thank you
bother?
for,
What's such a mystery about it?
I appreciate that very much. Sad that the animation didn't play. I don't know what happened. All right, everyone. Well, tomorrow, another full day of gameplay. A little bit different tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're basically redoing what we did on Sunday. So there will be a level 1 podcast in the morning. Okay? It did play the animation. All I saw was the pop-up text. I didn't see the animation. I heard the sound effect, but I didn't see the animation. Anyway.
And again, we have the most shitty, pathetic stalling. So now what are we gonna get? We're gonna get a recap of the schedule for the whole week. Then we're gonna get a last chance, which is like usually like 5 minutes. It's last chance, you guys. So let me just move over this thing over here, and it's gonna accidentally take me 5 minutes to do that. It's like the most pathetic stalling.
Level 1 podcast in the morning. There will,
and at least it's not like with the vest streak when there were actual stakes, because you know the streak ends and the trolls win and the vest is gone forever. No, it's just like give him money now to hit the goal or don't. Like that's you win nothing and you lose nothing. There are no stakes whatsoever. But we need to stall.
Will be one.
We
then
need
we're gonna
to.
jump into Silk Song, and we're getting very close to the end of Silk Song. We basically have 2 areas left in the game to complete. There may be one other side quest. I think we need to beat.
Big ups, 2 cats, 1 roach for the $1.95 says plans for Sway 100. Well, the way that I'm thinking it's gonna happen to be tomorrow, so probably nothing special. I don't know. It's just gonna be a normal thing. Because I would rather focus on consistency and just being around more often than having long and special streams for the time being. But I will have something special for Christmas 100% and maybe something around Halloween. But I don't know. This weekend I have plans, so it's not going to happen.
Infected black pocket things.
You'll get nothing and love it.
So I can actually get one final health.
Yeah, we can have tomorrow be 99.5. And then we can have it release like different versions of the same thing. 99.6, 0.6, 0.1. It's going to be epic. You guys love this.
But outside of that, it's just the 2 other major areas and boss fights. And
because like when we're talking about milestones like this, I would still like to remind you that on the That Being Said channel, we had a milestone for 4,000 subs where we would do a Q&A. And people asked us questions, and we still haven't done the 4K Q&A. And we're at 8,000 subs now.
I think it's the end of the game. So we'll see how.
So yeah, don't expect anything. Expect nothing, and you shall be happy.
Tomorrow for Silk Song, and then tomorrow night the return of Tormented Souls 2, which I actually have really liked, and did actually pretty good on Sunday night. So hopefully it'll do well again tomorrow night. Remember, Mortal Kombat is coming on Thursday, and then Friday is the Halloween marathon. Okay, guys. Sound good? Okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Last chance.
Yeah.
Final push.
Tonight was a
final moment.
A crappier, slower Ninja Gaiden 4. I don't want to put the game on the chopping block because I'm.
Oh no, I don't owe you shots. Shots is the one thing I don't owe you because I always drink my shots, even extra.
Enjoying it, but I gotta play.
DSP is the guy who owes shots, and he's supposed to be a former professional drinker. Or he called it an alcoholic, but I guess it's fancier if you call it a professional drinker, a competitive drinker.
Tonight was a big disappointment. $50 is lame compared to what we usually do. We have hit the goal the other time, so I don't know what happened tonight. All right, guys. All right. Have a good night. See you in the morning. Peace out.
Have a good night. All right, guys. All right. Have a good night, guys. All right. All right. Have a good night. And it's So he didn't do the daily wrap in this video, so I'm just going to go and have to watch the official edition to see what happened. And then we can go back to the quote-unquote pre-stream from yesterday, if there even was one. And let's see what's going on there. So here we're going to skip until at least halfway through.
Chats were moving and talking. It's
okay, this is the money part. And you know he didn't get money because it's 11 minutes long.
That for Ninja Gaiden before. Support was abysmal, as in abysmally bad. We only raised $50 tonight. Or maybe it was like 55 or something like that.
Very sad.
And I don't know why. It wasn't like people were saying, wow, the game sucks.
Because you didn't beg hard enough, dude. Come on. Come on. He forgot his own gimmicks. His gimmick was ask and you shall receive. So he didn't receive, therefore he didn't ask enough. Come on. Get your shit together, dude. He's getting old. He has Alzheimer's now. He forgot his own scams.
It wasn't like people were saying,
You should beg harder, Phil. You should threaten their families. You should say, if I don't receive a huge contribution, I'm going to find you. I know who you are, actually.
you suck, the gameplay's bad. No one seemed to be disliking the stream. The stream chats were moving and talking. It's not like people...
He's going to go and slash the tires of their wheelchairs. That's what he's going to go do. That's going to be so epic.
were disengaged and not paying attention. That wasn't the case. Just almost no support tonight. Now, what I did notice is that on the YouTube side, there was an insane amount of trolling. This one moron came in with 700, 800 sock accounts.
What? It's always one guy. No, but it's one guy. It's simultaneously, it's like Schrodinger's sock account. It's simultaneously one guy who does it always, and it's also many people in a Discord server somewhere that coordinate to attack him and say that he has gout in his kick chat. That's insane levels of terrorism.
To do. And
I wonder how he's still alive.
he just kept acting like an asshole. And then on the kick side, what happened was for the last week, people have been telling me something about kick. They said, so when you first enabled the moral support stuff, meaning you watch the channel, you earn channel points, you can redeem the channel points to get a highlighted message on stream, and then you got rid of the messages because basically it was discovered that you could troll. You could actually get banned for trolling, but then you could still use these support points you had saved up when you were watching to still do these messages, and you could say horrible things, like awful things, doxing and racist things. And that's what was happening, so I said, I just got to turn the messages off, okay? So someone said today, well, actually, someone's been asking for like 3 days. They said, so Kick finally figured that out and fixed it. Now, if you're banned, you can't use your moral support anymore. Therefore, it's safe to re-enable those messages. So for like 3 days, this person's been bothering me about it. Finally, earlier today, I said, fine, I'll just turn it on. So I did. Tonight, everyone's like, oh, that's moral support. And everyone's like, moral support, but no real support. We had like,
yeah, but that's like the whole joke. That's the whole joke. That's the comedic scene. Is the filthy, greasy beggar begging his heart away, begging his soul away, and people just throwing moral support at him, which is essentially like saying thoughts and prayers when something bad happens. That's what's happening to him. Thoughts and prayers, Phil. I hope you hit the goal someday. I hope you get out of this bad situation that you're in, because you only got $50 of the $150 you wanted.
2 people who actually did support tonight, a couple subs, some kicks, 2 super chats, maybe a small tip. That was it. And then everyone on Kick's like, oh, moral support, ha, 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 look, we're helping Phil. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're helping yourself.
He's so mad at them. And they never even, like, were for real when they thought they were helping him. Everybody knows that this guy doesn't give a shit about moral support. He didn't even give a shit about, and this is back in the day, he didn't care about if people liked his videos as long as the ad played. So who would think he cares about moral support?
Basically, you know, oh, look at us, we have highlighted messages again. I could just turn it off. Because I think that's what it was. People just went, oh, let's troll Phil tonight, and we'll all use our highlighted messages, but no one will actually support his gameplay and his stream. Well, then I'm just going to fucking turn it off. So I'm honest. I'm being honest with you. The next time if I see a Kick stream like that, where people are acting like that, and there's no support at all, besides moral support, I'm just going to turn off the messages again. Because I did something nice for people on Kick today.
Yeah, you guys better obey, or I'm going to take your toy away. I'm turning this car around. We're not going to McDonald's.
I turned them back on, and then people didn't do anything nice for me. They basically screwed me. So I don't like that attitude. That's a bad attitude for them over there, and I think they know it, too. I think that a lot of the Kick viewers tonight were doing it on purpose. As we know, a lot of the people who watch me on Kick are holdovers from the Kino Casino days, and they sit around to troll, and I get it, but at the same time, I can't just have an entire night that's a bum night because you want to fuck around.
It's a bum night? A bum night. That's the first time I hear him using this particular term.
All right.
This is very nice.
Yeah, on the YouTube side, there wasn't a ton of support.
He should call himself a broke boy. He should say, I don't want to be a fucking broke boy. I want to be hood rich.
Either. There was a few super chats here or there, a couple small tips. It wasn't an overabundant night. Was it just a one-off bad night? It might have been, because that happens with some of these games. You know, previously, Ninja Gaiden 4 has done pretty good. So maybe this was just a bad night. Who knows, right? The thing is, I'm still doing well. I'm still making easy advancement in the game. Yeah, I die a couple times. The big boss I fought tonight kicked my ass a couple times. I had to restart and try to figure out exactly the timing to parry him and everything. But I'm doing good. And people are saying, yeah, it is a difficult game. And the fact that Phil's doing well is, you know, kind of crazy because, you know, everyone thought I was just going to die nonstop. But no, I'm doing pretty good in the game. So, I don't know. Is that it? Do people want to see rage? I don't know. But here's the thing. And
people want to see rage. I thought they don't want to see rage. He doesn't even know what they want to see.
Right.
But he tries to convince them what they want to see. That's the whole thing. So, because ultimately the idea is that he wants to, I guess, let's say, pignatize, which he's already doing, but bear with me. He wants to pignatize his viewers into giving him money for whatever the fuck he wants. This is the ideal scenario for him. And this has always been the case, and he's never been closer to that than he is right now. Because right now, he has the most gullible, the most malleable, and the most easy to brainwash and pignatize audience he's ever had. Because all the quote-unquote normal people, they dropped off. They caught on to the fact that he's a scammer, he's a bum, he's a raging narcissist, and they just left. And the people left are what's left.
Half hours of Pokemon, just chill interactions and hanging out with an audience with pretty much no stress, and I made an incredible amount of support and money. Tonight, I'm playing a game that's stressful, it's challenging, I do have to focus on the game the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, I am trying to do shout-outs and talk, but it's hard because I got to pay attention. It's a hard game to get through, right? And I make $50, a third of my goal. So, obviously, I think we're starting to see the pattern, right? I am starting to see it. You're seeing it. Most action-based games aren't really cutting it anymore. There's some exceptions, but I do feel like it's about chilling rather than about...
Look, I understand the idea. Someone in chat, Extra Buy says he should make his streams member only. I think he could try making his night streams member only and have it be like the member voted playthrough or whatever, or just a hangout stream with them. Because the people that are going to show up to those streams, because the night stream is generally the weaker one, the people that are going to show up are the hardcore dents and the hardcore pay pigs, and he can make that members tier be like $20 a month or something the DSP would make. Like some insane price. And I think enough dents would fall for it to compensate for like slower streams. If we're gonna scam dents, we might at least just go all the way.
Freaking out, stressing out.
No, I mean, all the way would be like a crypto coin or a super crazy scam, a lawsuit scam. He should do that.
People don't really want to see me do that anymore. I'm just saying, it just seems like that seems to be the case. Now here's the thing. Number one, I wasn't planning on doing Ninja Gaiden 4 again until next week because I have so much going on. We have a brand new release on Thursday, Mortal Kombat. We have the Halloween marathon on Friday. I am going to bring back Ninja Gaiden 4, but it's going to be next week. So maybe it's a good thing that we're giving it a break considering it didn't do well tonight support-wise. That's number one. Number two, I'm not going to just drop the game because it had one bad night. But if I have another bad night like tonight, I am dropping it. All right? I have to play games that people are going to show up, engage, and support with. Tonight, attendance was okay, not great. Engagement, I would argue, was good. Support was horrible. So if I'm not getting the things essential to a good stream, I'm not.
What does it mean engagement was good? Are we still talking about likes on the streams and like people talking in the chat?
Not going to keep playing that game.
I guess we are.
Another shot. I'll write it off to it was just a bad night, or maybe people were just being stupid in Kick Chat. Let's see if it does well again next week. If it does, I'll keep it in the rotation. If I have another dead night, I'm done with this game because I'm already juggling so many games. Silk Song, Pokemon, American Truck Sim, Tormented Souls 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Mortal Kombat's right around the corner. We got more coming. I need time. I need time to play the games people are liking. So if this is really just a game people don't like anymore, you think it's too boring and repetitive, so be it. Speak with your support, speak with your attendance, speak with your engagement. Then I know if you want it in the rotation. Let's see what happens next week.
Bro, fuck the rotation. I'll just go watch somebody who plays it well. Let's just go, what was it? Ninja Gaiden 4. There you go. And some guy is playing it here. Who is playing it? Oh, Lil Aggie. Lil Aggie, this guy. This guy is a Dark Souls mastermind. He's really awesome, and he's like a chill guy, and is really good at Dark Souls games, and has fun streams. Considering that a lot of his stuff is just playing Elden Ring or Dark Souls over and over again, he manages to make it interesting every time, which is what a content creator should aspire to do.
No idea what's going on.
And this guy apparently played through, I guess, most of the game. And unlike Phil, was actually a good personality to hang out with and probably very good at the game. So there you go. But of course, I'm comparing him to a 675,000 subscriber streamer, so I might be unfair. But I also might be fair because DSP's been doing this shit for 17 years and he has over 220,000 subs. So he's not some homeless bum, even though if you look at him, you might think he is. So this was the late stream. Let's check out what happened on the early one. I guess nothing interesting because he hit the goal. He was very happy, and I think people were naming Pokemons. Do we have like a timestamp here? Let's see this. We have a segment about Twitch, allegedly.
I never live on Twitch because I don't stream on Twitch anymore. I streamed
Well, I do.
for years, but they basically completely mistreated me. They were incredibly unprofessional. They refused to respond to my request of why they were treating me that way. So I really do feel like they have an agenda against certain people, notably people who are outspoken, people who are white. I'm going to be honest.
White?
I think that people have a lot of favoritism.
They kicked him off Twitch because he's a white boy? Come on,
I'm
man.
not one of them because
No, just because you sucked, I guess. I don't know. Even though there's many people who suck who are on Twitch. I guess he just pulled the short end of the stick or whatever that's called.
I'm a white male who's outspoken.
Yes, he's an outspoken white male.
They
Of
didn't like
course.
So too bad. I'm never going back over there. It's a prejudiced website.
They don't want
I
you.
can't deal with that nonsense.
I'm never going back anywhere. Well, good. They don't want you. They told you they don't want you there. That's why they took away your partnership, so you could make money. This guy. I'm never coming back, even if they beg me.
Thank you for finding all our speed before us. They're so precious to us, we'd better do one last head count before we go.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the best way you can say it. This guy really is just saying shit lately. He's just saying shit. And he's been doing that for a long time when it's just you're saying things that will make you emotionally feel good. Just like like affirmations and self-motivations. And much of that is just complete, like, nothingness, zero substance, entire levels of bullshit. Okay, let's watch the pseudo pre-stream. I don't know how long this went for. Yeah, I guess. Well, it was still like, what, 30 minutes?
Mafia Blah, how are you? Who do we got over on Kick? Mojito Kitty, save us Y2J, save us GTA. Hell yeah.
Big ups Iwamoto for the $1. This feels like him putting papers together and tapping them on his desk, clearing his throat, checking his watch, then adjusting the stack of papers he just put down. Yeah, it's like actual slacker activity, actual slacking. Well, you guys, this is like the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. In case you just forgot what I just said 3 minutes ago, this is going to be the schedule for the next 6 months. And thanks again for watching. And last chance to support. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you get it? Well, that's two different names. Hell yeah, and you get it. And many others. I should rest. Looking at my screen dries your eyes even more. Well, it's what I do for a living, so I have to do it. Wojo says I had work done on your house this morning. What kind of work? Some home improvements? Or just some handyman work? Did you have a toilet installed? What's going on? Everyone excited for Friday? Friday's annual Halloween
That
marathon.
was a Halloween thing on Friday, huh?
Where I dress up in my Halloween costume and we play.
My excitement about that is pretty much all about seeing detractors' reactions to his costumes. I might actually, since my next stream is going to be tomorrow and Friday, probably not. So I'm going to miss on Halloween. So I might watch some of the older Halloween stuff from today. Of course, the one with Cat. We need to watch that. in light of recent events, which is him basically saying that the trolls bullied his wife away.
Variety of games that you guys have picked. And there's drinking, there's food, there's fun. I'm going to do a special edition of DSP Tries It. That's going to be Halloween treats. So it's going to be a great show, great marathon stream on Friday. Me too. I am also excited for more chill Pokemon today. I really enjoyed these Pokemon playthroughs so far. It's been a great one. It's breaking up the other playthroughs that have been way more stressful. Would I play God of War PS2 Remake? Maybe. Maybe I would if people wanted it. I don't know.
Are they making that? The God of War PS2 remake. That should be pretty good unless it's on Unreal Engine and it runs like shit and it looks like shit.
Well, hopefully your new windows are nice and airtight and keep you comfy during the cooler months coming up. Oh, eye drops. Oh, they need to dry because if they don't, like my eyes are blurred a little bit. Come on. Just a girl, how are you? The actual arcade mode of part 1 to show you guys how the game, like maybe what I could do the first stream.
Why did he look sick? I think it might be just that he just woke up because his time is 11:30, but he gets up at like 10:30.
We do like part 1.
Yeah, this dude, the hard worker, gets up. He gets up almost at noon.
Part 2, part 3, Ultimate 3, and you know I play through each arcade mode to show you what they were like, using different characters each time, and then we could go online with various games and see who's playing and what's going on.
Big ups Anonymous for the $1. When do we start getting the I'm too old for fast-paced games era? And we end up with a 50-year-old drunk playing fishing/trucking games while talking about how good things were back in the day. Well, spoiler, but we kind of get that most chill streams. Whenever he's playing Truck Sim, whenever he used to play Minecraft on the late stream and he was just fishing and complaining about trolls and how people betrayed him and how they let him down and how much better life is now. This is what you're describing pretty much. We are there, buddy. We've arrived. Oh yeah, people in chat saying he looks hungover, which probably. He had an amazing stream with wings. Everyone loved it, so he just had an after party celebrating it. He had a second decompression.
What's up, Shake My Hand? Hello, I'm Resolution. How you doing? There's nothing wrong with my eyes. My eyes were very dried out from my heat running overnight, so I put eye drops in. I'm just waiting for them to, you know, dry up a bit and focus properly. Blood Code, no, this is supposed to be the arcade editions of the games. I mean, it also has the console versions, but it's the arcade editions in there. So that should have blood enabled by default. No Blood Code needed.
Hold on. Do we have a list of things he's going to play for Halloween? Or that's just, we don't even care about that anymore? DSP Gaming. We come here. So this should be on the posts. Right. Not really. Doesn't say unless he made like weird polls like he does. I don't even fucking know. I don't think he cares enough at this point. So Halloween Marathon 31st of October. So get hype. Well, get hype. Get hype for spooky fun. Spooky fun are two conflicting emotions, but sure. Sure. Spooky fun. What is that like? Spooky fun, like when you're getting dominated by a dominatrix? It sounds like that. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, this is spooky fun. And she's dressed up like the lady from Resident Evil 8, the big vampire lady. Nice. At this point, I'm just fantasizing. It's not even spooky fun anymore. It's just hot.
If I interview Wings again, will I ask him about his erectile dysfunction? Oh, yes. That's definitely what I have the most interest in whenever I interview someone for content is how their genitalia is operating. That's like question number 1 is, so how is your penis? Right? Why not? Just got to ask those burning questions that everyone wants answered.
Oh yeah, how is your penis is a burning question. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. You didn't put a condom on. Definitely burning.
No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not hungover. My eyes were really burning bad.
Oh, I guess even his chat pointed it out.
Messed up, but I'm good. I'm here. I'm ready to rock in Pokemons today. The Pokemons. Clown Posse this Halloween. I've heard that certain kinds of dried bugs usually have like a nutty flavor, but I have no desire to eat insects. You see, I live in a country where I can eat higher quality foods than insects, so I don't eat insects. You know, it's not to say that it's awful to eat insects, but I eat better things. Why would I eat the worst thing when I can eat the better thing? Because I don't live in a country where,
It's a delicacy. Oh, that's such a weird way of looking at it. They eat insects because that's the only thing they have to eat. Sure, man. Sure.
Thank you. Bonos Tengmo says, great interview yesterday.
Do poor people in the United States eat insects because there's nothing else to eat because they're too poor? Is that what happens? I don't know.
Absolutely biblical.
Maybe it is. He's gonna tell me because he knows all about it.
Interview. Thank you for that.
So what's we need a list of everything that is for poor people. So going to the gym instead of having your own gym, that's for poor people. Walmart is for poor people. What else? Eating insects, of course, is for poor people. And subpar food. And what else is for poor people? You guys tell me.
When's the next interview? I don't know. I'm not really thinking about that right now. Right now, we got 3 days of gameplay streaming, Pokemon and Ninja Gaiden today, Silk Song, and set up for a whole. What is the next marathon? Because what are we gonna do on Black Friday? Every year on Black Friday, I do a marathon, but the question is, what are we doing? I actually have no clue what to do this year. We know Christmas is coming up, and that's gonna be the annual Christmas event, but I don't know what we're gonna do for our Black Friday this year. We got to start talking about ideas.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. My point was that poor people in the United States don't eat insects. Because if they did, then it would make what he said make sense. Because they're for poor people. Don't get it twisted. I don't think poor Americans eat insects. Neither do poor Europeans.
Views were good yesterday. From what I saw, the stream almost.
We just drink alcohol instead. It has calories in it.
I don't even know how we did on Kick, and considering how many people illegally restream my shit live, likely we had 10,000 viewers. That's not even an exaggeration. Like, between everyone who restreams me, if you add all the views together, because they weren't there for the restreamers, they were there for me and Wings, it was probably about 10,000 viewers.
No, but that's not true though. That part is not true, right? You show up. Fundamentally, you're going to show up to watch the DSP stream, right? Of course. And you're watching me right now because you want to watch the DSP clips. And I know that. That's totally cool with me. I signed up for this. But if you're going to watch any other restreamer that is restreaming it at the time, you look for the best experience for you with the person that you like the most at that moment and the person whose stream you want to watch. So you want to watch ALT, Raw Phil, whoever, I think Iviga is streaming right now. Whoever else is restreaming it, that's a choice. And then, right. Makes sense? I think, hopefully it does.
So that's pretty cool.
But ultimately, they're watching to dislike Phil and not to like him. So the intent, realistically, are they his viewers? Yes, but not for the right reason.
What's up, Will Jones? How you doing? Thank you. Someone just said the new background's really good. I appreciate that.
Of course, the thing that pisses him off is that those people, even if they watched him for the wrong reasons, would just still watch ads, and he would get paid from that, and he would still get views, and he would get paid from that.
Do a Nintendo game retro marathon. I'd be down for that, but that doesn't mean the audience would be. You see, that's kind of the issue is, things that I like don't always align with my audience. I'm 43 years old. I love classic Nintendo games. That doesn't mean that my viewers would show up for classic Nintendo games.
Big ups, Ned the Ninja spams R1 for the Twitch follow, dude.
GT85 saying you're his favorite YouTuber. I don't know because I don't know who that is. Never.
Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, he made like a one of those. Well, one of those people that has the reasoning that DSP is successful because he gets to sit on his ass all day, play video games, and makes money from it, and that by itself is enough. Which I don't agree with. I think overall fulfillment is what's enough. I think sitting there and having people shit on you all day to the point where you need to do insane levels of mental gymnastics to explain how they're actually wrong, I think that's just such a punishment, and it makes it not worth it. It's just not worth it. Many other people that do pretty much the exact same thing, minus being exposed to toxicity all day, I think it's worth it for them. That guy I just showed, Lil Aggie, I think is totally worth it for him. And many other small streamers and small YouTubers and just other channels that don't have to deal with any of that. I think that's definitely worth it. What DSP doing is not worth it. Is ruining his mental state for a decade and a half. That's a lot, and that's a lot of damage.
I'm sure that I am some people's favorite YouTuber, and it's good to know that people, enjoy my content to this very day or appreciate maybe what I've done over the last 17 years. Where'd I get the shirt? It's festive. This shirt? This is a shirt. It's Gap, but there's no Gap around here. I got this at like a secondhand clothing store.
Hell yeah. I love those.
A year or two ago, I went in there and was looking for nice shirts, and you could get it really big discount. So I did.
I found so much good shit in the secondhand stores. So much good shit.
Do I think the mouse and keyboard hand rests go well with my office?
Wait, I thought the secondhand store is for poor people. So, wait, going to the gym is for poor people, but going to the secondhand store, Goodwill, to get, like, clothes that some other guy wore and decided to get rid of? Like, actually, one man's trash is another man's treasure? That's not for poor people. That's for Phil.
These? You don't, what do you don't like?
Sure.
What do you have against?
At this point, I just agree with everything he says. I'm just trying to make sense of it, and then I don't, and then I agree with it.
Baguettes. You don't like baguettes?
That's how life works.
What did a baguette do to you, Narwhal Gaming? Are you offended by the baguette, or is it the croissant? Did someone do something with the croissant to you? I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry if it's triggering you. Maybe you want me to remove the croissant?
It's ironic the guy that gets triggered by moral support calls somebody else triggered by something insignificant and minor. Sure, I agree.
Let's see. Ryan Wilson says,
I love agreeing.
Donate any Pokemon cards to me. I think I have one. I think a fan a while ago did donate one Pokemon card to me. Just sent it to me unsolicited. I don't know why. I showed it off before. It's in my closet somewhere. I don't know where it is right now. But outside of that, I don't have any Pokemon cards. And no one ever contacted me and was like, hey, I'll donate a box of cards. And maybe, you hit a goal, you open a pack of cards on stream or something. No one reached out to me with anything like that. And I'm not the kind of guy to ask. You know what I mean?
No, not the kind of guy to ask. The guy that had an Amazon wish list, that had a Throne account. Is that still here? Do we still have the link to that? Or he removed it because no one was buying anything. So we don't have it here. My card. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's like he definitely has the Throne on here. Yep. What is he wishing for? Let's see. What can we get him? We can get him a pet hair remover roller. This for some reason costs like 20 euros. We have aquarium, our artificial aquarium. That shit's not even real. It costs about 25 euros. And treats for Jasper, and that's pretty much it. We have anything on gifters? Oh yeah, we have Darziak. Of course, Darziak. And Mimsy and Anonymous and Play Cool. And that's all. And two people gave him a surprise gift. And some other people got him some shit for Jasper. What else do we have here? We have, what is this? This merch? Patreon. That's Patreon. We have PayPal. We have darksidephil.shop. That when you click on it is an empty page. Empty page. Let's see. Let's see if it actually is empty. What is... Okay, error blocked by client. Let me try this. Nothing. We got nothing. It's just a dead page. Epic.
I also don't even know. I am so uneducated about Pokemon cards. I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, aren't there like 7 zillion sets of them? Like, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know where there's a chance to get a good card or anything. So I have no idea.
Then just don't do that. Why don't you do like something you're passionate about, actually? Don't they have like Street Fighter cards? He can have one of those. I don't even know how it's called. It's like a big book where you put stickers on and you try and collect them all. People do that with football/soccer people. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a hobby. He should do that. We get the book, and for every $50, we open a card or a sticker, and we just stick it in the book. Why not? I don't know how those were called, but you know what I mean. Hello? He's unpaused and unmuted. He just decides not to speak.
Go. The demand for packs is now insane, so you'd be lucky to find any.
Who cares? Just get like Chinese packs that are fake. You don't even care about the actual collector value, so just get the Chinese AliExpress type of thing. Get the Temu packs. Why not? You're just doing it as a gimmick, as a joke, or as a attraction. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about Panini stickers. That's what I'm talking about. In case you don't know, let me show you. Which is, yeah, pretty much this. Literally this. You get like a sticker and a book, an album with the stickers, and you just put them all in. And you try and collect them all. Of course, he's not going to end up collecting it all, but it's like the journey.
Yeah. Mouse PI now has a release date of March 19th. Okay. I'll add that because I was interested in that game. It looked pretty unique.
He would probably be happier if he went bankrupt and restarted his life with a normal job. This is just purgatory, never getting organic support to live comfortably but getting enough to scrape by begging 3 hours a day in total.
I don't think he's scraping by. I think he's chill right now, but it's very close. It's a very, as always, it's a volatile business to have. Because one day they can just ban his ass. Just like the same way they can ban me. Or they can unpartner him like they did on Twitch. Or YouTube can introduce some new age verification bullshit that half of his dents are not going to be able to do or wouldn't want to do. Anything can happen. And even Wings of Redemption, in the stream I watched yesterday, admitted that even he himself has invested some of the lolcow money that he was getting. And DSP is making a fucking home gym. Yeah, you know where the priorities are. Good stuff.
These. So we got Outer Worlds 2 this week that I'm not playing right now because there's no time for it, but maybe we'll play it next month. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection and Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes out middle of November. Outside of that, there's like nothing in November, but it's fine because I have so many games I'm already juggling. I really need the time to focus on the games I'm playing. So.
All right. Say something, maybe? I don't think so.
Yeah. Spider Dijon says, it's now become all about how much cards are worth and can be resold for.
But, oh yeah, on talking about the last message, I do agree that if after the bankruptcy he just downscaled his life and stopped paying insane amounts of mortgage and internets and all that bullshit that is just like bills that stack up and make a big amount of overall bills, I think he should have been living perfectly comfortable. I would even say he should have never moved across the country. If he lived in that condo, he could have renovated it, invested the money in that. That would get the price to go a lot higher. And then he could just move out somewhere else and rent it out.
Than just the collecting.
He just didn't give a fuck because he thought he was going to be a superstar. He thought this was going to be a rock star lifestyle for life. So he wanted to get the biggest house with the biggest fence, with the biggest living room, with the biggest TV and the biggest couch and the biggest bills. And that's what happened.
Hobby is in a weird place right now. I mean, I get it. I get it. Why?
Because, you know, in time, as his health gets worse, he's going to have dental problems. He's going to have, like, the regular health issues that people get when they don't have preventive care. So one day he's going to get a huge tooth infection. He's going to go and have to have a surgery. That's going to cost a lot of money. He wouldn't be able to stream. Like I had a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't able to talk, so I couldn't do TBS. But for him, of course, it's going to be 100 times worse.
Stand wiggling. What? Why is this?
And every once in a while, he's going to have a totally normal, avoidable thing for everybody else, but for him, it's going to be a huge emergency. Not that this hasn't happened yet, or it's not like a regular thing that happens. It's just going to become more regular.
Stand wiggling. What stand is wiggling? Do you see a stand wiggling anywhere? I don't see a stand wiggling. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. Hold on. Let me, is this straight? Yeah, it's straight. Nothing's moved. I'm just checking. Yeah, nothing's moved. Everything is steady. Everything is good. I don't know what you mean.
All right, is this straight? No. No, it's not straight. We're talking about the hairline or the mouth or the goatee?
Decoration? No, this
or
is
neither?
Collector's Edition Tesla lamp that came with Metal Gear Rising Revengeance like 13 plus years ago. You spent a lot of extra money. They gave you the game.
He was getting all kinds of collector edition bullshit for games that he wasn't even a fan of. He couldn't even tell you like the names of 3 characters in that game. Not that I'm fan checking him, I'm just saying.
And I had it in my setup back in Connecticut when
I'm totally fan checking him.
Years, but never really used it that much. But now I use it in my backdrop. I alternate with other things. I thought for this month it would be perfect. The electricity makes you think of like Frankenstein's monster, you know, getting hit by lightning on the slab and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Especially looking at his face, I'm definitely thinking Frankenstein's monster. If only he could get hit by lightning, that would be the final touch. It would make it perfect. A perfect Halloween costume.
Do I ever feel earthquakes in Washington? I've never noticed one. Here's the thing, and I told people this, but I don't know if anyone really like understands. I have neighbors, and neighbors make noise all the time. On one side, my neighbor has a dog. On the other side, my neighbor has 2 young kids. I constantly hear screaming, slamming of doors, running around, barking. Like, I hear noise constantly.
Good thing you got that big house.
So, even if there were an earthquake, I doubt I would even notice. Already, my house shakes from my neighbors. You know. So I wouldn't, you know, I really wouldn't notice, just to be honest with you. I'd probably, unless it was like a crazy...
Yeah, the collector stuff, like his collector shit is crazy. I think ALT recently had a stream about all the statues, and he had insane amounts of statues about shit that he didn't care about.
Crazy that he doesn't just move to some super cheap state in the middle of nowhere. He pays so much but literally never leaves the house, so what is he getting from living in Washington? Bragging rights?
Yes, pretty much bragging rights and the lifestyle that he believes he's entitled to, even though he can have pretty much the same lifestyle in a different state that is much cheaper, in a much cheaper house, and he can still have the same equipment, he can deck out his studio and everything.
2023 COVID emergency video, shaking the baggie of Advil. Plenty of those are in his future. Invest in Ben Gay coin.
Yeah, that's exactly... Ben Gay coin. He's gonna need it so much. They're gonna rename it to Phil Gay. It's gonna be awesome. But the 2023 COVID emergency video. I remember that shit as if it was yesterday because he was super panicked because he couldn't stream for a couple of days and he skipped the Halloween event. He was telling people that they should stop being members, or if they stop being members, he would understand because he was away for like 2 days, and that was something. Then he had a self-diagnosed COVID, and apparently his wife also got a self-diagnosed COVID, but she also went to work and socialized with a bunch of people. It's just a great story all around.
The whole house is going nuts because it's like a high category of earthquake or whatever. And we don't have high category earthquakes. You know, we have like real low, mild ones. So I probably would never even notice. Pride of Lanarkshire Motherwell FC just did a £2 super sticker. Thank you very much. First of all, let's see actually what that is in USD.
Yeah, let's do that. The most important thing.
Stream today to put on the leaderboard. Contribution of the day. I have not had Firehouse subs in a year. So they will return to the show. And it will be Firehouse subs a new Thanksgiving sub, which is supposed to be a tie-in with American Thanksgiving. On this sub, it has all these ingredients that you would eat at a Thanksgiving dinner, such as roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing, and other things. So, sounds interesting. Sounds delicious. I've never had anything like that on a sub before. I've only had it for Thanksgiving dinner as like a real dinner. So, this will be a cool, interesting take, I think. And looking forward to it. So, let's go. Let's hit those goals.
The way he's desperately trying to hype up eating a Subway sandwich is next level. Like,
let's get some support.
We legitimately have zero ideas.
Rolling. Today with Pokemon.
And he tried to do the Lego stuff. I guess he did one recently. I don't know if that was quote-unquote successful. But
as you all possibly know, maybe you don't know, for a $20 contribution, number one, you get to name a Pokemon. That name sticks with that Pokemon for the entirety of my playthrough. Number two, that Pokemon that you name will stay in my party for the entirety of the stream. So it makes sense if you're going to contribute and support Pokemon today to do it early, name a Pokemon and they can be in my party all day. If you wait and you end up doing the Pokemon later, well, you're not going to have them in the party for as long as possibly you can get them because you dragged your feet. So let's not drag our feet. Let's get some support rolling. And let's
stop dragging your feet of giving me money.
Look at this.
Sure, yeah, look, it worked. Wow. Instantly, ask and you shall receive.
Say, ask and you shall receive.
Oh, wow. You even said it himself.
Seriously.
Seriously. He's being super serial right now.
Every single person on the internet that's ever called me an e-beggar, all I have to say is, I'm successful. You're not.
But you're an e-beggar, though. Do you want to be a successful e-beggar? Is that your goal in life? Is that your aspiration, to be successful at e-begging? Successful at actually exploiting people and scamming them? All right. Great for you, Phil. Great for you. This is how you know the trolls have won. Because he's getting satisfied with being a successful e-beggar. Because, like, a year and a half ago, he used to have this long... I would say a marketing speech about himself when he said, I'm a content creator, a content curator. Remember the content curator moment? Let's check the pig go on that. pigpiggo.net. And I just want to see the last mention of content curator, because there was a point in time when he was insane about it. Content curator, look at that. I'm a content creator, I'm a content curator for 50 years, and now he's just a successful e-beggar. Congrats, Phil. They defeated you.
I'm not really a content creator, I'm a content curator. I'm making content specific to
you remember the streams when the audio was super low?
Audience that wants it, and people support it because of it. And
content curator. And here we have only 10 entries in that from October 2023, which I know something is probably glitching out about this, because it wasn't just that. There were many others. Anyways, let's go back to this.
Thank you 2, Obamnaclot for a $2 super chat.
What?
Who says, pray for Jamaica. Hurricane just mashed up the island. Yeah, apparently there's like a insanely strong hurricane hitting Jamaica right now. So hopefully they're all right.
So as we were talking about Halloween, my prediction, I think he's going to dress up as something very low effort and very predictable, I guess, for him. And here, Iwamoto sent me an image that I think is very interesting that I would like to share with you guys, obviously with his permission. And he thinks this is going to be the costume, the King Snake costume, which is not out of question. This is entirely possible for this to be the King Snake costume. I'm going to go with a safe bet. I'm going to say the Hulkamaniac himself, because he died this year, and also DSP loves him, and he made his own Philomania shirt, as you can see here. So yeah, I'm thinking he might be the King Snake. He might try to snake us all again.
We have a gifted sub from 220.
Of course. Big ups to 220.
Don't know who the other one was from.
Big ups Iwamoto for this visualization, this imagining.
Who's the other one just from? Was it also Phil Loves Hughes? I don't know, because I was busy in another menu here. I missed it. It was you again? Okay. It was Phil Loves Hughes twice. Thank you. How much to donate you to eat a Carolina Reaper for DSP Tries It? Probably, let's say 5 bands. For 5 bands, I would eat a Carolina Reaper on DSP Tries It. So start saving your pennies up. What will I evolve my EV into? I have no idea yet. I really don't know. Haven't even thought about it.
Speaking of EV, there was this individual, this lady, that DSP used to do content with. I think he did like 2 or 3 videos back in the day, like way back in the condo days, way before Panda Lee. And that lady, Evie, is a complete mystery, I think. No one knows anything about her, where she came from, where she went, and what she was doing playing video games with Darkside fucking Phil. But I assume he was trying to get in her pants, and she probably was like married or had a boyfriend, but he couldn't take the hint.
Are we bleeding viewers on YouTube out of nowhere? What just happened?
What? We're bleeding.
According to YouTube, we just lost like 40, 50 viewers. What?
Let's see that. Okay, so yes, 153. And no, it didn't happen. 154, and he dropped to 148. But that's normal, because he said absolutely nothing of value in the last like 3 minutes. And the last 16 years before that.
30 out of nowhere. Now it says we're at 150. Yeah, something's wrong with YouTube. That's weird.
Baller alert.
How many dollar would DSP want for a detractor interview?
Oh, I don't know. I think at some point he's going to end up doing it for free. It's going to be one of those, I'm going to finally confront my biggest detractor, and I will destroy him with facts and logic. And the detractors are going to end up thinking that the detractor won, and DSP is going to end up thinking that Phil won, because that's what he always says. Unless the detractor in question does a really bad job. Because at this point, like, I don't know how an interview like that would go. Because in my mind, nothing that you can say or any way that you can expose him, none of what you say he's going to admit to or embrace. I just see it like that. He will find a mental gymnastic. There's going to be a ton of filibustering and changing the topic and deflecting and all that other bullshit. So unless you do like Agent Proper did with OIC, where you just call him a bunch of slurs and laugh at him, nothing else will have any value for me. But that's just how I think. I think many people would also get like a cathartic satisfaction if somebody just completely exposes him, even if it results in nothing. And the worst thing that can happen is for him to talk to some detractor, and for that guy to be like a complete spurg and lose his shit and basically do the DSP is right gimmick, like proving DSP right gimmick.
What is my favorite fire Pokemon? Napomarorian.
Epic.
Because there's no official podcast. We're going to get around 3.5 to 4 hours of gameplay.
Oh yeah, this is unofficial, by the way. This is just an unofficial stalling session.
Wild areas we haven't even been to yet, so we could catch all the Pokemon there, and we'll go from there. We'll see what else is going on. I think new side content actually opened up. Lord Mobile, you missed it. We just said the next episode of DSP Tries It will be Firehouse Sub's Thanksgiving Sub, which is a sandwich based around American Thanksgiving foods.
How is the rest of the year going to be for DSP? He's been really boring lately. Well, DSP is, and it's kind of an acquired taste because he is the version of guilty until proven innocent. He is boring until proven entertaining. So by default, when I open a stream of his or a clip of his, I embrace the fact that I will most probably be bored for the most part until he proves me that something interesting happens. Like if he has like a weird rant about something or a bunch of contradictions, or he reveals some embarrassing personal details and stuff like that. So for me, it's just kind of, he is boring by default. It's an acquired taste to find the nuggets of truth, of entertainment in there.
No, I'm not interested in Code Vein 2. Just like Code Vein 1, I wasn't really interested in. I played the beta. I thought it was kind of a mid knockoff of Dark Souls.
How much would TBS pay DSP for an interview?
Oh, we're not gonna pay him for an interview. I mean, what like this? It's a crazy idea to pay him for an interview. I can pay him with shit out of my ass with a spoon.
Agreed.
We can do that. That's about as much as I'm willing to go. I'm not paying him for an interview. And I think none of us is looking for an interview or any kind of acknowledgement or validation from him. If I was looking for attention from him, I would just fuck with his life. I would just fuck up his shit and troll him. And A-log him aggressively.
I tried to play the beta twice, and the second time I tried to play it, everyone hated it and told me to never play it again, so I didn't. Then what happened was, when Code Vein actually was releasing, and reviewers started playing it, and people started seeing early content of it, they saw that there was a lot of anime boobies. And as soon as people saw the anime boobies, their eyes went, like the big anime eyes, like, whoa! And they said, oh, we want Phil to play this now because we want to see him react to anime.
And of course, yeah, I'm seeing people in chat bringing up the other point. Like, why would you pay for somebody to lie to your face and just bullshit you and filibuster you and give you really nothing?
To which I said, no, you didn't like the game when I played the beta. You told me to stop playing it and you didn't support it. So I said, fine, I'm not going to buy the game now and play it so you can look at anime boobies. Like, you could do that right now for free on the internet. I don't need to pay money and waste my streams on that. So I never played it. And then people made a running meme to keep asking me to play it over the years, to which I said, no. So we've never played the first one, and I'm not going to play the sequel. All right, so now, Pride of Lanarkshire Motherwell FC has now become...
And really, like, you got to think about this. At the end of the day, what do you even want to ask him? Everything that you can ask him has been asked, and he answered it, and in most cases, it makes him look bad, and he embraced that it makes him look bad. So the e-begging, the champions, the scamming the dents, the Derek shit that he had with Kino Casino and Null, like all that stuff's been talked about, and he embraced it, and it made him look bad, and it dealt the damage. So now he is like he embraced being the lowest form of life. Like I said earlier, he embraced being the e-beggar. He embraced being the guy who scams the dens. He embraced being the guy who caters to the pay pigs and the whales. He embraced all these negative streamer stereotypes and is somehow trying to justify how they're actually good. He's trying to convince you that they're good, but they're not, because they've never been. And saying that it's a good thing doesn't make it good. And begging with an over-exaggerated voice in a fake persona doesn't make it not begging. You're still begging.
Thank you for the membership. Very nice. Am I going to play Battlefield 6 Battle Royale? No. I'm not playing any more Battlefield 6. No one cared for it. really including me. I respected the game for what it was. Piece of fuzz stuck on my mic here. I respected the game for what it was, but it's not for me. It's a team-based game, and team stuff doesn't work on my streams. People want to interact with me. They want to have a chill time with me. They don't want me talking with a team and interacting and focused on team gameplay. So I'm not going to be playing Battlefield again. It's a waste of time.
All right, sounds good.
He's
Let's
playing
skip
it, like,
to something.
nonstop, and he has.
Wait, what? We're gonna shit on somebody else. Watch.
I might have some Wing style viewers that are into Battlefield. Wing's viewers aren't even into Battlefield. He's playing it like nonstop, and he has like low attendance.
What's how much do you have right now, Phil? He got 157. What are you talking about? It's like a broke guy calling another broke guy broke.
Doesn't even bring in.
Why are we doing that?
Like what I have. I'm serious. Like right now. In fact, hold on one second.
Oh, and now we're just flexing on Wings again. Why would you do that? You just talked to him yesterday, and you guys are basically buddy-buddy right now. And you're going to bring up that you make more views than him? It's so weird. But now we need to actually be super analytical with this. We need to go down to the actual numbers.
Okay, so we have about 60-some viewers on Kick.
Oh, now he's going to make it. He's going to do the math, and then in the end, he's going to say, and also like 10 million people watching Raw Phil.
And we have 100.
So actually, I really have 15 trillion views.
150 viewers on YouTube. I'm not kidding you right now. For me just bullshitting with you guys before we even start with Pokemon, I have more viewers than he brings in for Battlefield. No one, his viewers don't like Battlefield. But he's like dead set. I think what it was is he really thought Battlefield was going to be better than Call of Duty this year, and it was going to take off, and he was going to get like a resurgence in his channel because he's done with Lol Cow Live for now. And it didn't work, which isn't shocking. The game is not made for that. Call of Duty is a game.
But those games are not made for people streaming them. Those games are made for people playing them.
Where when you play it, you can go crazy solo.
It's like game devs don't make video games with streamers in mind, or at least in 90+% of cases. They make it for gamers in mind who are going to play them at the comfort of their own home or whatever and just not make content out of it. Which is how you should do it, by the way.
You can go on a crazy streak. You can do melee. You can switch it up to sniping. You can blow things up. You can just have a good, crazy time.
You can do that in Battlefield too.
Could you play it as a
No, this is a terrible fucking point. It's a terrible point. You can still do that in Battlefield. You literally can. You can join a team and not even play the objective. And no one is going to communicate with each other, and you're all just out there essentially by yourself. And the only thing that you can use your team for is to spawn on top of them, so you can be closer to the objective.
Team-based game, you can, but you can also play it as a solo performance game. It also has short matches. So when you're playing a match of Call of Duty, it's, 10 minutes? Then you can easily interact with your audience, do shout-outs, talk with them. That's a game that just works well for streaming. Battlefield is a game that is team-based, where you have to be organized with the team and communicating to win. In addition, it has insanely long matches. Like some of those matches of Battlefield I played were upwards of 45 minutes. No one wants to wait 45 minutes to get a response from the streamer.
So Battlefield 6 right now, and this is way outside of the peak hours. Battlefield 6 right now has 12,000 viewers on Twitch. What was the Black Ops 7? I don't think it's out, though, so that wouldn't be a fair comparison. Of course, we have 18 viewers, because obviously the game's not released. But I don't think it matters at all which one you're playing. If you're decent enough at entertaining a crowd and decent enough at the game, you're going to have a great time.
People who want that are people who are watching the streamer because the streamer is like a high-level pro-grade player. So by watching them, you're actually learning like high-level play of a competitive game. Then people will be like, all right, let them concentrate. Outside of that...
No, that's not even true. That's some bullshit. Because when you watch those streams, you just watch a guy have crazy movements and crazy aim. What are you supposed to learn from that?
People are tuning in to see the streamer, to interact with the streamer, to have us, kind of a back and forth and talk with them about the game they're playing. They're not there to just stare at the game. So you can't really do that with Battlefield. I just don't think Battlefield's a great streaming game unless you're a pro player. I'm not. Wings isn't. It doesn't work. At least that's my take on it. Most streamers can interact and play games at the same time. I don't know how you would possibly do that with a team-based game. I'm sorry. I'm going to defend Wings on this one. How on earth are you supposed to communicate properly with your team in a game where literally at every moment there's people spawning all around you and shooting at you from every direction, right? How are you then supposed to communicate with your team, but then also communicate with your chat, moderate your chat? It's not possible. That's what I mean. It's just not a good game for streaming. It's a fine game for playing if you're into team-based gaming. It's not a good game for streaming. Call of Duty is a much better game.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
Would I be open to taking on consulting jobs for YouTubers in the future because I gave Wings great advice for free? Yes. I will now become a YouTube consultant. I will be a guru of self-improvement on YouTube. I will tell you how to become successful on YouTube based on your content. I'll give you a look, and I will criticize, and I will give you constructive criticism. There you go. That is where I'm headed. That's my next thing. Juice Army, how you doing? Good morning. Yes, I am playing the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection starting Thursday. No, I have zero interest in Arc Raiders. Would I consider having a podcast with Wings or anyone else in a physical setting? You mean like actually physically sitting down in a studio to do a show? Why would I do that? No one does that anymore. Very few people, right? Only if you're like prominent in stature and you're important and big enough that people would want to come meet with you in person. Would that even be a consideration? Like, why would that doesn't even really make sense? You know what I mean? Like, a physical studio only makes sense if you are bringing in like millions of viewers and you want to have like celebrity guests and stuff. That's it. It's really the only situation where you need an in-person thing. Everything is now possible over the internet. So there's no reason to ever do that, in my opinion. Thank you to Phil Loves Fuse, who gifted a sub. I appreciate that. Jasper, how you doing, buddy? What are you doing, Jasper Kitty? What is it, buddy? What's going on? He's sitting right here staring at me. Jasper always photobombing my interviews. He was here yesterday during the Wings interview. He jumped on the chair. He was distracting me, getting pets. I actually had to take him off my lap because he was actually starting to distract me. I was losing my train of thought. What are my thoughts on Halo going to PlayStation? I don't care. Everyone's like, oh my God, Halo on PlayStation. Guys, it's Halo Combat Evolved. The game's like fucking 20-some years old. And it's not even that good. If you play it today, it's massively outdated. You remember when I played...
Sorry, I got a phone call.
The Xbox, what was it? Xbox.
But I'm sure he was saying some very entertaining, insightful stuff.
It's one. Dude, you can literally walk through the whole fucking game and ignore all the enemies. It's not a great game. For the time, it was revolutionary because Halo brought FPS games as a mainstream staple to consoles. Previous to Halo, FPS games were only PC. People were like, you can only play this on mouse and keyboard, and, you know, console couldn't even do the graphics. But Halo did happen to pull it off. But that's like a dated thing. Is it historical? Is it important to remember it? Yes. Is it fun to play again? Not really. It's pretty boring. I played Halo CE. It was pretty darn boring. Like I said, the game, you literally walk through the fucking game. You can ignore the enemies. They don't do shit. They just like try to shoot you, but they're slow and shit. You just, oh, see you later.
Dude, he played it on the game journalist difficulty. Because even I, the Sony pony myself, the filthy peasant, the filthy non-Xbox possessing peasant, even I know that the original Halo games are very difficult if you play them on a high difficulty. Or at least they are very difficult for DSP.
You're going for a walk through your neighborhood. You beat the whole game like that.
All right. So this straight up turned into a level 1 pre-stream, didn't it? It wasn't supposed to be that, but it is. Because I guess, how much did he make? He made like $10 or something.
Halo CE is good. You take that back. Like I said, Halo CE, all right, holds a place in history for sure. 100%. Okay? 100%.
No, I don't even play FIFA anymore, dude. Because the new ones are just bad. It looks like action figures running around. I play FIFA 17 from way back in the day. Back when DSP was good. No, I can't lie about that. He was never good. He was just less bad.
Well, have I ever tried game dev? No. I have no desire to be a game dev in any way, shape, or form.
Why not? Then you would just see that calling game devs idiots all the time probably in most cases isn't worth it because it's a hard thing to do to make a video game.
Jade, how are you? Good to see you. He says, can we see Randy today? You know, Randy, who is now our Arbok, he just evolved to an Arbok, is a good Pokemon because of the variety of the build that I gave him. He has like 4 different elemental bites. So, you know, I think he might be a good Pokemon to bring for the trainer battles to build up your points in order to do the ranking battles. Because there's always like, oh, if you have this elemental thing, you get a bonus or whatever. Maybe we'll take him into our party for that. We'll have to see. It also depends on how many people pay to name Pokemon. Because remember, any Pokemon that gets named today gets added to my party. So we'll have to see how many party slots we have.
All right, that's a skip.
Oh, I've never talked to Phil. I don't know about him. We've had a podcast.
Wait, what?
I don't care if he's busy. Being too busy is an excuse to not directly contact you. Or do you think that he's being truthful about it?
Who's being too busy? Oh, Keemstar.
Frosted Shard.
Oh my god, he's still groveling at Keemstar's feet. He's such a fucking pick-me.
Do you think Keem
Whoa.
being too busy is an excuse to not directly contact you? Or do you think that he's being truthful about it? I don't care. I don't care if he's busy or not. I don't care if he's making it up. He knows how I operate now. It's not like, oh, I've never talked to Phil. I don't know about him. We've had a podcast appearance together.
But that's the thing. He doesn't operate like that. Because originally, the whole beef was over a shitty-ass email that Keemstar didn't send Phil, and instead he tried to DM him on Twitter, and that wasn't an official form of communication for DSP Enterprises, which is unironically what his company was called, and DSP was mad. But now, it turns out that everybody at any point can just message him on Twitter and be like, hey Phil, let's do a show, and DSP is going to respond, and that's official and formal enough. So he's getting tangled up in his own fucking stupid nonsense bullshit.
Where I interviewed him, I explained up front how I operate. And it's that simple. If he wants to talk to me about anything, he has to talk to me directly. He doesn't send his cronies after me or, you know. No, you talk to me man to man if you're interested. Sorry, I'm worth your time. If you're interested, you got to talk to me. Period. My skin looks...
I think after this, I'm going to go through some clips from around the times that I wasn't around as much. Because there was many brief segments that are pretty entertaining.
Irritated today? Irritated.
NBA 2K17 definitely was good. I would even say 2K14, I think, is the best. But 17 was also very good. And I would even say 18 was good. But after 19, everything went downhill.
Always does to me. Looks the same to me. My wife had to be up early for work again today, and this happens a few times a week at least. She goes into work early some days, and Jasper kept getting up and trying to wake me up, which I didn't need to get up, and it disturbs my sleep, my REM.
He was definitely hungover. Definitely hungover. And he stayed late yesterday, celebrating his friendship with Wings. That's I'm calling it. I'm 1,000% sure.
Or is it REM or REM? I don't even know how you say it. But it disturbed it. And, you know, basically, even though technically I got up at the same time I usually do, I lost like 2 hours of that deep sleep that you need. So I'm starting to feel tired right now. I'm thinking maybe I should go make a coffee. To have a second coffee.
Coffee is unhealthy, Phil. Come on. You're a healthy man now. You should just drink water. Not even seltzer water. Just pure filtered water.
More energy.
With vitamins. Even vitamin water. I'm surprised he hasn't started drinking vitamin water. Because that's a pretty big trend right now. Everything that is healthy, everything that has extra protein, everything that's made from bio ingredients or rice or like corn chips that are not boiled or not fried and nothing, that have 0 calories. I'm surprised he's not a huge fan of that.
To hear you enjoyed the podcast yesterday. I also enjoyed doing that show yesterday. And I would enjoy doing more shows like that for sure. Jesus, can we see Jasper, please? Oh, he just left. I don't know where he went. He just left the office. I'm sure he'll come back in here at some point. Okay, let me do that. Let me go make myself quickly a coffee.
We can stall for some more time by making a coffee. Very chill. Let's see Snort Hogan. Let's see some clips. So let's watch some clips from a few months ago. Let's see what we have here from a few months ago. Here we talk about Hulk Hogan dying, begging for money, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong. Ozzy's death is perfect timing. I mean, I know what he means, but it's a ridiculous thing to say. Oh, because Ozzy died, and he did it after like a farewell tour. And DSP said, well, now, if you're going to die, now is the perfect time because you retired. Awesome. Then we have a ridiculous quote, my penis actually works. That's awesome. So what is this? All the money is mine. Wage quitting. Justin Wong. Oh, yeah, this when he got destroyed by Justin Wong. That was incredible. That was actually incredible. Then rants about, oh, yeah, the suing. This is the lawsuit part. Yeah, this is great. Got ripped off by Wendy's, lies of P, begging for $1,500 to eat Sonic. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is still not even all that long ago. This is only 4 months ago. He wage quits Mind's Eye, which I don't even know why he played that. Did he pay money for this? He pay money for Mind's Eye? God damn. If he actually did, you got scammed. You should be better than this. You should be the scammer instead of the scammed. We got low support again. Again, low support. Hates Mario Kart. Here we have the jumping off a cliff. Let's watch him say jump off a cliff. I thought this was more recent.
Really enjoy.
All right, let's see what this is about.
And so everything changed for the better. But now what's happened is culture has changed. Everyone wants instant gratification. Everyone wants everything right away without having to wait a long time for it.
Not DSP. The guy who says people should rush to donate to him as soon as possible? He's not like that.
And people want to talk about a game for literally 3 days and then move on to the next. Clear Obscure was hot for a week, but if you didn't know all about it in the first week, no one cares about it week 2.
That's not true. These people still talk about Claire Obscure, but he's just talking about fucking Twitter. He's talking about Twitter. You can just buy the game and play it anytime you want, for as long as you want. And you can completely be unaffected by anything those people are saying, as you should be. Because this dude thinks Twitter decides the end-all, be-all of the world. If people are talking about it on Twitter, then it's good. But the plot twist is that people always do that on Twitter. They talk about the latest and greatest thing, and it's either the biggest piece of shit ever, or it's the best thing that's ever existed.
It's a 60-hour game. How could I ever get through the whole game in a week? Too bad. We're on to the next already. That's how gaming is now. That's not how it used to be, but that's just how it is. So now, when a lengthy game comes out, and I'm thinking to myself, well, everyone's telling me to play it. Everyone says I don't skip it because it's going to be the biggest game ever. All right, I'll try it. And then I play it at my own pace. We're enjoying it. Oh, you're doing it wrong. What do you...
Well, obviously, your pace sucks. Like, this guy plays a combined, what, 6 hours of gameplay a week of a game? Or let's say 8 hours at most. Because he has all these rotations and schedules. It's all too complicated. If I want to see the game, I want to see the game. I'm not going to sit in the waiting room. I'm not going to watch the podcast. I'm not going to watch Pokemon. I'm just going to show up for the game. If he's not playing the game, I'm going to go watch somebody else who's playing the game.
Well, everyone else already beat it.
Well, yeah, they already beat it. There you go. So I watched them already.
I've only played it for a week. Yeah, it's already done. Everyone did 60 hours in it. They're done. What do you mean? You know? So, in regards to Clair Obscur, here's what's going on. As you play through the game, incrementally, the character who serves as your vehicle for the game, Esquier, you ride him and he's fast travel basically because he goes over the overworld map. You don't have to fight when you're on.
All right, this is spoilers.
And the enemies are level. Because, FYI, I've played turn-based RPGs my whole life, so I'm good at them. And I played fighting games. So why does that factor in? Because in fighting games, you need incredibly good hand-eye coordination. You need to be able to do timed button presses and joystick taps in order to counter what your opponent is coming at you with. So how does that factor into Clair Obscur? Well, the combat system has a parry system. If you're playing this game and you run into something that's really tough, as long as you can read its attacks and parry by pressing a button when it hits you, you can literally absorb all its damage and then turn it back against it with a counterattack. Essentially, if you're good at parrying, you're invincible in Clair Obscur.
That's like, bro, come on. That's like saying... it's not like saying anything. That's insane by itself as a statement. If you're good at this core mechanic that is difficult to master, the game's gonna be easy. Well, no shit. No shit. If you're good at fighting games, then they're gonna be easy for you. If you're good at shooting, then you're gonna be good at Call of Duty.
No kidding. It's just true. You
no
will
kidding.
Beat pretty much everything in the game if you're good at parrying. So I go into a level 70 dungeon at level 30, and I start winning. And people are like, that doesn't make any sense. Literally no other person who played this game walked into this dungeon at your level and was able to complete it. Well, I can, because I'm different. Do you remember when I played...
Oh my God, this is that... It's that clip. It's that clip. Oh my God, I love it so much. I can't wait to watch the whole thing. So now we're talking about Elden Ring and his insane Elden Ring performance. It was godlike. It should have been on the news.
Well, I can, because I'm different. Do you remember when I played Elden Ring and we finally walked into the open world map for the first time? And right there in front of you is that knight on the horse with a big ass weapon. And everyone said, "Well, we'll take him on," and got completely trounced by him and said, "Fuck this, we'll go back later." I said, "No, I'm going to beat that guy right now." And it took me like an hour and a half, but I did it. On that very first stream of Elden Ring, I persevered, I learned the pattern, I beat that knight. And that was an incredible challenge, but that was an awesome way to open up that challenging playthrough to show.
No, it wasn't. Matter of fact, he died 36 times. I counted because I made an edited video about that. And it was bad. It killed the pacing of the whole stream. And that's why other people decided not to fight him, because you are released into this open world that you've never seen before that all looks awesome and you just want to explore and see stuff. If I'm a streamer, I'm not going to stop on the first boss and fight him for an hour and a half. I'm just not going to do that. It's going to kill my pacing. And my viewers are just going to watch the same thing over and over again for an hour and a half, and they're just going to leave. Because someone else is already at the Stormvale. Was it Stormvale? Stormwind? Whatever, fuck. You know what I mean. Is at the castle.
That I had the
Stormvale
to overcome. That's exactly how I'm playing Clair Obscur, okay? In Clair Obscur, when this side content is opening up, and most people say, "Fuck it, it's too hard, I'll come back later," I was like, nope. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see if I can do it. And I've been able to do it all. I think there's only literally one super boss and one other area that it was just so instant death, and the health pools were too big. There was no way I was going to be able to beat them. So I said, all right, I'll come back to those later. But for the most part, I've done everything else. Okay? People are telling me I did it wrong. Well, now because you did that, you're over leveled. Well, wait a minute. If I skipped all the side content and I only did the main story, then you would have complained that I missed all the side content of the game and I...
And again, I'll say the same thing I always say. People will always complain. You're dark side Phil. You will always complain. First of all, because you yourself are a complainer, so you attract an audience of other complainers. And second of all, because people hate you and they're going to nitpick and pick apart everything they say so they can prove you wrong because you're a smug bitch. And they just want to see you take an L, no matter how small or big it is. And this right now is an L. You're sitting here flailing as a middle-aged man. You're flailing and complaining about how you played a video game better than other streamers who don't even know you fucking exist. Yeah, that's kind of a cope, bro.
I rushed through it, hence... I don't really know, I don't have a good idea of the game, and the playthrough sucked because I just rushed and I didn't take my time. You know, like you guys told me back in the day, and everyone said that those playthroughs sucked, right? So I changed myself in the last 15 years to be a different kind of creator per your feedback. Now all of a sudden, that's wrong. I should have just turboed through this game, apparently. Okay? So I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do, because every time it seems I play something, I'm somehow...
I love seeing him this upset. And he's not even upset at trolls. He's upset at people who like him. And this is like some of the best DSP content is him being upset at people who like him.
I'm doing it wrong. Even when I'm listening to direct feedback, I'm somehow doing it wrong. I don't get it, okay? Now, in the case of Claire Obscure, if you believe that doing the side content actually ruins the game, you have the right to that opinion, but you should take that opinion and you should direct it towards the parties who are culpable for that, the game devs. If the side content of the game is actually not meant to be played, then go complain to them and say, why is it in there? Right? If by doing the side content, I become so overleveled that nothing in the game will be fun anymore, then why?
But then turn up the difficulty. If you're so overleveled at any game that it's just not fun and it's a breeze, unless you want to finish the game as quickly as possible, just up the difficulty. And then it's going to be more of a challenge and you're going to struggle to get more levels. Come on. And he's playing on the normal difficulty, which for most games, the normal difficulty is the easy difficulty. And the easy difficulty is the game journalist difficulty, essentially. In the real game, and most of the flaws of pretty much every game start showing up after you start playing it on a hard. Because then the mechanics get challenged in the biggest way, and the flaws start showing up. Because on easy, it's too easy. You're not going to notice the flaws. You're not going to notice the mistakes with, for example, the enemy attack patterns or the animations or the dodging animations of your characters. You're not going to notice that. But if it's on hard, everything matters. And a pixel can get you killed.
Are you complaining to me? I don't does it make any sense, does it? I'm just playing the game that was presented to me. I'm playing the parts that open up in the story as I approach them. Hell, that super dungeon was actually right there in line with the story. It wasn't even like, oh, I went out of my way to go find it. It was literally right there. Now, it showed danger red, but it was right in front of me. Let me give it a shot. Oh, look, I just beat it. And now I'm over leveled. Well, how is that my fault? Because I'm too good at the game? Literally what you're saying is because I'm so good at the game, the play...
I hate this, man. Every time he says what you're saying, and what follows is the biggest load of horse shit you can think of. You can look it up in Pick Go. You can make probably a 5-hour stream of him putting words in people's mouths.
Through socks. That's exactly what you're saying. I'm so good at Claire Obscure, my playthrough's bad because nothing's beating me. That's really what you're saying. It's if you had played the game and you were finding all this trouble and adversity and you were raging and basically you were, sucking at the game, then we could make more memes, right? Then we could do clips and we could put them on X and on TikTok and on Reddit and we could have millions of views making fun of how bad you are at the game. But you're not doing that, so your playthrough sucks.
But you're complaining that it's the opposite, that it's so trivial and it's so uninteresting that people don't like it anyway. So it's the other extreme. How is that a good thing?
Fuck you.
But now he's just... You notice how he started talking to his fans? and then he just shifted onto talking about trolls, and now we're just talking to the trolls, and it's gonna get to the cliff part anytime now.
Yes, every one of you out there, fuck you. Anyone who says this kind of dumb shit, go fuck yourself. You're a fucking waste of my time, and you're a waste of life if that's all you think. Because Dark's good at something, his playthrough sucks. No, you're a loser. If all you care about is toxicity and failure, and all you want to do is bring someone down because they're good at something, you're the fucking problem.
I'm sorry that you're only known for toxicity and failure, dude. I'm sorry that's why people show up to watch your stuff. I'm sorry that you created a whole environment, a whole space where people congregate to watch you fail and be miserable. And they have fun with it and you can't. I'm sorry. That's your problem.
Not me. My playthrough doesn't suck. My playthrough is one of the best playthroughs of Clair Obscur because I'm showing you that anyone who has skill can actually beat any portion of this game at any time. All you need to do is time the parries. Tell me another fucking content creator who's made a playthrough like that of that game. Name one singular one. I'd love to hear it.
This was extra regarded. The game told him not to go in, but he knew it was a way to get over leveled and he wanted a walking sim.
Is that what happened? I would totally believe that. I'm totally believing that. Even though I should probably go check it out myself. I just don't care. I don't care. I think the likelihood of him being full of shit is over 90%, so that's enough for me.
So because
big ups Ramen Brahman for the 5, dude.
I'm doing something differently, better than everyone else, and you can't make fun of me for it, you're mad. Too fucking bad. Go fucking jump off a cliff.
Epic gamer moment. Epic game journalist moment. Epic middle-aged man moment.
Because that's about...
This guy is happy and successful, by the way. I have to give you this disclaimer every time, because it doesn't seem like it, but it is. Definitely true.
The value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be. You're a toxic individual on the internet who only cares when someone's in suffering and misery. That's fucked up. Seriously. What is wrong with you? If that's your mentality. Now, let's continue positively, okay? What I want to do moving forward is actually figure out, do I play lengthy...
That's an insanely DSP segment. Is being toxic as shit. Toxic as shit. Like nuclear toxic. And then taking a sip and saying, okay, let's be nice now.
Games. Because I don't see a way to do it and keep...
And he's not even being nice. He's still seething.
...attention on me. To be honest, I feel like the modern gaming industry, you literally only get, sadly, a week to talk about a game. After that, it's absolutely true that everyone's on to the next topic, on to the next trend, on to the next thing.
Maybe you can do what thousands of people have suggested, and instead of talking about video games... you can invest the time into playing video games, and then the video games will get played faster, and they will be over quicker, and then you can play more video games. I know it's crazy.
This is why I've told you guys for years I'm apprehensive about actually playing lengthy games. Okay? I don't know what else to do because I don't know how to make those playthroughs viable. I don't know how to make them
seems
work.
So desperate.
Even if I had rushed through Clair Obscur and only done the story, people would have said the playthrough sucked because you didn't do the content. So
people are gonna say the playthrough sucks anyways, always, because it's a dark side filled playthrough, and they all suck.
Content that's challenging, and I master the game, and people say your playthrough sucks.
And DSP playthroughs suck because most of them are not even finished. How can you even call it a playthrough when you don't play through the game and you stop playing it because it doesn't make enough money? It sucks by default because it's not even finished.
I think we see a problem here, and the problem isn't me.
Of course.
The problem is you. You're so fucking toxic.
Who? His fans? He switches between talking to the dents and the detractors. It's crazy. But you can see that he only cares about the detractors because they get under his skin because they call his playthroughs bad. They accuse him of cheating by reading guides, which is what he does, but he just doesn't want to admit it.
Out there
It's the same response as when people were accusing him of spending money on WWE champions, which all of us knows never happened and is false. Is the same thing now. He's definitely using guides, and if he's not doing that, then he's definitely telling people in chat to use guides in order to help him, and that's what they do. And that's what makes those playthroughs so sterile and boring. Because you don't want to see a playthrough of a guy pretending not to know anything about a game, but knowing what happens next. This is so fucking boring.
Who are never satisfied at all, no matter what I do. I can't please those people. Do you understand? It doesn't matter how I play a game. They're always going to whine and bitch and complain about it. So instead of focusing on this giant
The vibes
crowd
aren't
of
off with
losers
me.
on
They're off with you.
Yes, we're getting a vibe check. We're getting vibe check. The guy whose vibes are off is vibe checking you.
the internet, who all they want to do is be...
As you can see, he has great vibes because there are RGB lights in the room that he's in. That means it's good vibes. And there's also a game over sign behind him, which is very ominous.
toxic. I need to hone in on the factors that make people who actually like my content come by and engage.
There's just so many steps to admit that he's trying to just pamper the pay pigs and basically be a Review Tech USA. But he doesn't want to admit he's doing that because he's supposed to be making Let's Plays for everyone and people who don't even give him $1 because they've been following him for years and he has a legacy, blah, blah, blah. No, it's really about kissing the pay pig's ass. Which, if he said that, he outright said that, it would make sense because that's the truth. He just doesn't want to admit it.
And support with it.
Because, of course, he is the guy who owns the stream and runs the stream, not you. So he gets to do whatever he wants. But he wants whatever you want, so you can give him money. That's very complicated, I know. But that's the realities of being a successful, wealthy businessman with multiple businesses.
So the
by which I mean multiple YouTube channels.
Question is, what happened with Claire Obscure where we were getting that attention, we were getting that support, and all of a sudden, yesterday it fell off? What happened?
Okay, so this whole segment is about, legit 10 minutes, 11 minutes and a half, leading up to what he's saying right now, was about him missing a stream goal, playing Claire Obscure. All of these mental gymnastics, all of these fake-ass reasons, all of this moral grandstanding, jerking off his Let's Plays and playthroughs, it was all about him missing one goal. This guy is so happy and successful. I love it. I can't stand it. That's what I mean. I can't stand it. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous I can't tell people on YouTube that I make the best playthroughs. It sucks. Sucks to suck.
That we were having people come by and say, listen, please make this a day stream because we love this game and we want the playthrough to continue and we'll support it. But then we're not getting that support anymore. What happened, right? What's the change? Is it because it's too long? In the case of Blueprints, it really, really baffles me because we're actually now unraveling the game-long mysteries that have been big questions the entire time. And now we're getting those answers and we're getting near the end of the game. We've opened 3 out of the 8 final doors. We're starting to piece together the clues we can do to solve the puzzles behind those doors. And
fake excitement over puzzle games. I miss that. I definitely miss that.
Literally the end of the game. So what's next, right? Like why are we losing audience? Why are we losing support for Blueprints? I'm actually stumped. And this is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, oh, your playthroughs suck. You're bored.
It does. It does.
That's the toxic peanut gallery being toxic. Those are the people who will never admit that I've done anything good. These are the people that will crap on me no matter what. The same people who said, oh, look at this, making fun of Phil playing Doom, when literally that's what everyone did in that room in Doom because it was full of explosive barrels. But you use me as the scapegoat and you take it out of context.
No.
Just to get a meme for yourself and get millions of views of clickbait.
Millions of views of clickbait.
Because you're a fucking lying loser. Okay? I don't care about that. What I care about is my...
By the way, that's the thing he doesn't care about. Just in case you thought he cared about it because he ranted about it for 15 minutes. He doesn't. He doesn't. What are you thinking? What are you, crazy?
Core audience of people.
Yes, you are.
Come by and actually engage and support me for these playthroughs. So the question is, what's changed? So I'd like feedback. I'd like genuine feedback. What do I do?
And as he just specified, the feedback is something specifically that he wants to hear. He doesn't want to hear the bad feedback. He wants to hear the good feedback. So it's basically, Phil, you're awesome and amazing, but this playthrough is not working out because of external factors such as, I don't know, game developers and other streamers who don't even know you exist. It's their fault. It's their fault you're a bottom bitch. I'm sorry, you're a great businessman. That's what I meant.
With Claire Obscure, and what do I do with Blueprints? I've invested over 30 hours into each game. I love the games. I feel that the playthroughs are great. So what is going on that I need to change? Do I need to change the schedule?
You need to change your shirt, Phil. You need to change the color of the RGBs. That's the one. That, like, DSP, 90% of the times he's failed a goal, it has been one RGB light change away from hitting the goal. If only he knew that. That was the secret the whole time. He needed to change the lights. Or maybe he needed to wear a different shirt. Or maybe he needed to put a slightly different image on the LED panel behind him. I think that's it. That's going to save the stream this time. I promise.
I honestly don't have the answers, but it's frustrating because when I finally invest this much time into games, because you guys asked me to, by the way, I didn't even know about Blueprints, had no idea it existed. You guys convinced me to play it. I love it. Now I'm at fault for playing it. Every time I play it, the toxic bitches, oh, why are you playing this? Go away. Come back when there's something that gets your really bad ADD attention span and stop bothering us because we're enjoying Blueprints. Okay? I don't need to hear the toxic shit. We don't. Okay? I'm just tired of it. Tired of hearing this buzzing that really doesn't matter because those people never support my content anyway. So why do I have to hear it? It doesn't mean anything, right? It's just a bunch of fucking noise.
But the point is to get that effect. Like, they're trying to piss you off so you can do this. And by doing this, they are succeeding. And I know I don't want to make this about the trolls winning, but they are. And they do.
To annoy all of us. Reno Hart says maybe people went on vacation for Memorial Day. Those kind of things, as much as you might want to try to use those as justifications, they've always been red herring excuses. There is no, oh, there's a holiday. Oh, people are broke right now. It's bullshit. If that were the case, the entire industry would fall apart.
But isn't it though? Of course it wouldn't fall apart overnight, and of course people wouldn't go broke overnight, and of course the economy is not going to crash overnight, and yesterday you had a mansion and today you have a cardboard box. No, it's going to happen gradually if it happens. And gaming is not in a great place right now, because games get more expensive. Game Pass and PlayStation Plus get more expensive, and the games that are featured on there are not really worth the money, either because of technical issues, or because of game design issues, or because it's just a recycled formula over and over again. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. Yeah, it's just not in a great place. And to hear this absolutely dog shit surface level opinion that doesn't even make logical sense from a guy that's been doing gaming coverage for damn near 20 years now, it's embarrassing. Embarrassing.
You understand? No one would be able to stream. No one would make any money. That's just, it's nonsense. There's no, oh, well, because don't you know that people were waiting for their tax breaks to come in and then they're going to support you? That's not bullshit. People have money to support what they like, and they will. There's got to be a correlation that's not, oh, just it's a holiday or something. That's nonsense. Because then you're telling me, oh, every single streamer can't make any money this week because it was Memorial Day. That sounds like bullshit to me. So a $2 tipper says, a lot of these guys are conditioned watching This Is How You Don't Play. And so
who are those guys? We're talking about the trolls again. Remember, you're not making content for them, right? You're not.
If you show a smidgen of competence, there's got to be a correlation that's not, oh, just it's a holiday or something.
I'm not going to read that super chat. Fuck that guy. But it was funny.
Winning streak.
But it wasn't funny.
LARPers are asking you to go back to Street Fighter 6 when you're playing this new collection. You're right. Why do they want Street Fighter 6? Because I don't like it. Because I find it boring. And because I don't spend enough time on it to beat up the scrubs. When I'm playing this new collection and I'm actually doing well, oh, that's horrible. That's boring. No, it's not boring. I'm doing well and you're just a loser. Okay,
I'm not boring. You're just a loser. That's awesome.
Like the fact that I'm good at games.
That's actually the Uwe Ball response. You know, Uwe Ball is a German movie director known for his adaptations of the video game Postal. I think it was House of the Dead as well. And he's the guy that boxes his haters. So whenever somebody hates on him or you're a critic of his movie, fight me. Fight me in real life, bro. And then that's how he wins. So his movies, they don't suck. You suck. You're boring.
Okay? Face it. I'm actually good at some games. Okay? Not all of them. Most of them I do suck at. Old school fighting games, I'm really good at.
Congrats, Philip, you middle-aged married man. You are good at some video games. Congratulations. I know it really means to you that a detractor admits this. I admit this wholeheartedly. Phil is good at some video games, especially if the video games are for children. Oh, no, I mean, he rage quit Kirby, and he called it Dark Souls, so I guess I'm wrong about that.
Some modern games, Clear Obscure, I'm actually really good at it. The parrying, I've done exceptionally well. I beat a level 70 dungeon when I went in at like level 30. Okay? I'm actually...
Something glitching out right now. Is that me?
Idiots game. Horrible.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely me. Hold on. Let me unplug. All right, we should be back.
Because I find it boring.
Yeah, it should be fine now.
Spend enough time on it to beat up the scrubs. When I'm playing this...
So that's definitely, it's definitely the interface at this point. I think I narrowed down the cause of the issue.
And I'm actually doing well. Oh, that's horrible. That's boring. No, it's not boring. I'm doing well, and you're just a loser. Okay? You don't like the fact that I'm good at games. Okay? Face it. I'm actually good at some games. Okay? Not all of them. Most of them I do suck at. Old school fighting games, I'm really good at. Some modern games, Clear Obscure, I'm actually really good at it. The parrying, I've done exceptionally well. I beat a level 70 dungeon when I went in at like level 30. Okay? I'm actually good at the game. Too bad that you can't accept that. Doom the Dark Ages, I actually did not suck at. Now, I'm not saying I was good at it, because I wasn't. But I actually did not suck at that game. It doesn't matter how many mouth-drooling idiots watched a meme on the internet thinking that, because they're mouth-drooling idiots, I'm actually not bad at Doom the Dark Ages. It doesn't matter what your meme is and what your narrative.
Okay, Phil. Congrats, man. Congrats. That's awesome. It's great you're good at the Doom the Dark Ages or whatever. If it matters to you so much,
idiotic cackling,
can we just move on?
Around you, you're still wrong. And the smart people look at you from the outside and say, wow, the masses really are getting dumber by the fucking day.
Who is doing that? Who's doing that, dude?
I'm not actually bad at every game. There's nothing that you can do about it. Kiss my ass.
Sure. I will, right away.
Thanks for the $2 tip, whoever that was, because it was anonymous.
Oh, yeah, he forgot he was on a live stream and not a therapy session. You had to read shout-outs.
So really what we need to figure out, because this is me being pretty transparent here, is what to do, man. I don't know what to do about these lengthy playthroughs. What do I do about Clear Obscure right now? What do I do about Blueprints right now? Right now, I have a Blueprint stream right now we're doing no matter what. And we've got a Clear Obscure stream I'm doing tomorrow no matter what. Outside of that, I literally don't know what else to do moving forward.
Bill, if I told you what I think you should do, I would probably get taken down.
I want to...
So I'm just going to leave it to people's imagination.
To play and finish these games. But I also can't...
Obviously, I wanted to say chill and interact.
Can't be like, oh, time to play Clear Obscure, so time to make $5 an hour today. Because people are burnt out on it. You know, if you guys literally said to me right now, play Clear Obscure, just finish the story, I would do it. Because I don't want...
But that's, so you're telling him what you want them to say, and now someone's going to say that in chat, and it's going to be, whoa, you guys have said that, so that's just what I'm going to do.
I want the playthrough to die, but at the same time, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get significantly less enjoyment out of doing that. I feel like I want to do the content in the game, and I'm missing out on a representation of what that game is meant to be if I don't do this content that is opened up in front of me. But people are saying they're bored, just beat the story. I don't know. I mean, that would make me sad, but I would do what you guys want. All right? Because I am, to be honest, I'm beholden to the viewer. I have to do what you guys want.
I thought you called the shots, buddy.
People latched onto the Doom meme because he did a stupid thing, and instead of admitting fault, he created this whole narrative that the designers created a single room in the whole game you have to play the way he did. Reality warping narcissist.
That is true. That is true. And the room that he was in, he blew himself up with some exploding barrels. That the point was not to do that. That was kind of the point, was to avoid doing that. And I've seen other streamer clips, because when DSP's clip went viral, people replied with other streamer clips that did it in a totally normal way. And yeah, it's one of those things that you think, like, oh, DSP's going to fuck this up in this specific way, and then he does.
You can't just sit here like a fool and do what I want all day, every day. I'll go out of business. I have to listen to feedback from the viewers and do what they ask for. Okay? Princess Luna, as much as I would like to do that, it's not possible. Princess Luna says, do you consider finishing games off stream, uploading them as separate videos, and then finishing other games on stream? I would have to clone myself. I'm here in this office around 10:30 a.m. every day.
That was a terrible suggestion. Why did you even latch onto that? Why did you take that bait? That was a really bad suggestion. What did they say? You should finish the games offline?
Princess Luna, as much as I would like to do that, it's not possible. Princess Luna says, do you consider finishing games off stream, uploading them as separate videos, and then finishing other games on stream?
What? That's ridiculous. Because if you're going to play it off stream and record it and upload it as a part of the playthrough, you might as well just do a longer stream.
I would have to clone myself. I'm here.
Please don't do that. Please don't clone yourself. Anything but cloning yourself. We can barely deal with one. But maybe if we had two DSPs, they would, like, negate each other. It would be like two negatives making a positive. They would cannibalize each other. I don't think two DSPs can exist on the planet, let alone in one household.
In this office around 10:30 a.m. every day till about 4:30 p.m. Then I get about an hour to an hour and a half break, which is me eating and doing errands and spending some time with my wife. I'm back in this office by 6:30, and I don't get to leave until after 10:30. Then I spend an hour with my wife, and I go to bed. That's my day. I don't have endless extra hours to do offline gameplay content and do offline series plus streaming online series. I can't. I would have to have a team of people working for me to pull that off. And I don't. I'm a one-man show. I always have.
But you had a team of people pulling it off when you needed to do the DSP throwback channel. Then you had a team of people that you referred to as a team of people.
I've been.
I know I'm getting into semantics, but I love doing it because he loves getting into semantics too.
And some of the appeal of what I do is because I'm not sold out. I'm not corporate. I don't treat this like I put on a fucking suit and tie to pump out this highly polished content. It's just a dude enjoying games, right? So
where is that? Where is that? Where's the enjoyment of games? I watched 20 minutes of this clip. Any mention of enjoyment of games has been shitting on other people, has been shitting on other streamers, putting himself on a pedestal, has been talking about how much better his content is. He's been talking about, like, getting money, hitting goals. Where's the enjoyment of the games? Where is it?
I don't think that your suggestion is off kilter or crazy or ill-spirited at all. Don't take it like that. I'm just saying that's just not viable. Either I'm a full-time interactive streamer or I'm an offline YouTuber. I can't be both. I can't clone myself to have, oh, I play Clear Obscure offline and upload many hours of footage of that a day, plus I'm doing 6 to 8 hours of streaming a day. I can't do it.
In bed for 5 hours watching Lumix.
Yeah, most likely. I don't know if it's 5 hours, because I don't think even he can stomach 5 hours worth of Wings content, even though it's like the highlights. But yeah, in bed, watching Lumix videos to think about how much better than Wings of Redemption he is. That's great. But this is also what he accuses other people of doing. Other people of doing to him. So, like, people that are miserable basement dwellers with no lives and no jobs and no women in their lives and no one to love them, those people he accuses of going and watching duty videos in my streams and Tevin's streams to make themselves feel better about their life by making fun of Phil. But he's doing the same thing to another guy that he believes he's above. So I don't know. Maybe he should just become a detractor full time. He should restream himself. You should watch his podcast from yesterday and make fun of it. Be like, oh my god, look at my shitty fucking shirt. I'm so stupid. Bleh.
Now, I'll be honest, I am exhausted with the level that I work. If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to take extra time off to spend with my wife. We want to take an extra day off in the next few weeks, and we don't even know when we can do it. Can't do it this week because of Night Rain. Can't do it next week because you got both the launch of the Switch 2 and you've got Summer Game Fest. Don't even know if we can do it the week after. I don't know. It's like frustrating right now, you know? So I don't think that's the solution. But my content is streamed content. Get it? King Ferb says maybe the days of completing all games are a thing of the past. Well, that's true. And the thing is, if you noticed, this year I did try out a few games that I didn't continue with, and people had issue with that. Oh, what's wrong with you? Now you don't finish any games anymore. What is up with that? That you play a game, but we like it, we invested in it, and now you're not gonna like look what happened with
Wasn't Secret Limited's latest video about that? Hold on. I think it was 150 rage quits. Well, that was Legacy Edition, so I believe those are like the older games. But somebody made a list of all the games that he quit this year, and it was a long list. So hold on, Legacy Edition? So there's one video of 100 rage quits, and there's one video of 150 plus rage quits. Is they're both combined? I don't know. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they're not, actually. Imagine if he has like 350 rage quit games. Or quit games. And still, for a guy who pretends to be a playthrough maker, pretty bad.
The crazy weirdo indie game. What the hell's the name of it? I can't even remember the name of it, right? But we play.
Oh yeah, can you post the list in Discord and tag me? I can pull it up. Because I didn't know how to find it, but I'm sure it exists.
A month and a half? Hold on. The hell is the name of the game?
There we go. Thank you.
Complete brain.
Whoever did that, I'll give you a shout out in a second.
Right? There's a game that I started playing it. I was
big ups Keo 69420, dude.
Games.
So this is just 2025.
Never played. But after a while, all the interest waned, and I was like, it ain't gonna work anymore, right? So just don't play it anymore. Oh, how dare you? How dare you quit a game? Just another rage quit, another wage quit. What's hilarious is that there are tons of game streamers out there who literally will play a game once or twice to see if it catches on. If it catches on and people like it and support it, they'll keep playing it. If it doesn't get, any kind of attention or support within 1 or 2 streams, they dump it, and that's their methodology, and no one cares. Everyone's like, that's fine. That makes sense. But to me, wage quit. What a horrible thing. What are you talking about?
But you're the playthrough guy, dude. You're the playthrough guy. And you constantly talk about how I'm so much better than other people because I play the whole game. They play 10 minutes and then move on to the next big thing. Oh, and big ups to Jenkins. So I'm going to use this instead because this is a visualization. And I love visualizing DSP nonsense because it gives you a sense of perspective. So this is it. Even though it's super zoomed in. Yeah, you can see it now. So he has 27 wage quit, 14 completed. And 12% not quit yet.
You do for Swaycast 100, bub? If you
nothing.
I join K.
Hold on.
For someone who robbed the casino, he sure feels the need to wage quit a lot.
Yeah, you might think he would be set for life. If I robbed a casino, you wouldn't see me around. That would probably be in prison. Big ups Young Beat 666. For Swaycast 100, that's probably going to be tomorrow. And I'm not thinking of doing something special. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I just want to be consistently around and making streams. And for special stuff, I'm going to plan it out ahead of time, and I'll let you know when it happens. So here, we have wage quit games is this, and this was so far this year. We have some great stats. And yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. We have Disco Elysium, Inzoi, South of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and so on and so forth.
From Let's Play to Please Tip, the DSP story.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Even though I like some alliteration in there, maybe not even alliteration, more like rhyming. The same way that June the King does it. Like from hold on, let me think of it. From Let's Player to public masturbator. I don't know. You can have many of those.
That tries something new.
Big ups Jordan Fadeaway for his too.
If the customers don't actually catch on and buy it or want it, they stop offering it, right? If you have a sandwich shop and you sell Philly cheesesteaks, but you decide now you're going to have the chicken cheesesteak as well, if it doesn't sell within 2 weeks, do you just keep buying the chicken even though you're not selling it? Or do you say, all right, I'll just go back to focusing on the Philly cheesesteaks? You know, that's business. But people are dumb and they want to turn it into
business is when chili cheesesteaks, Philly cheesesteaks, that's business
stuff. I do.
Business is when
moving forward, I can't just commit to fully finishing every single game I play. On the flip side of that, okay, there are games like, for example, here we go, Claire Obscure Blueprints. They did well at first. Absolutely they did. I love them. And now we've invested so much time in them, I don't want to give them up. But again, I can't continue to say, hey, well, now I have 2-3 games in the rotation that are 30 hours long, and now no one's showing up and is supporting them, so what do I do?
All right, I think this segment has exhausted itself. Let's go even further in the past. Even deeper in the Snort archives. In the Pig Roach files. So this one was like 4 months ago, but you could feel the same way as if it was yesterday. It was the same gimmicks. But he did tell people to jump off a cliff, which is great content. It's awesome. It makes him look like a really nice guy. What do we have here? Oh, Smark Guys is over. Let's hear that. Let's hear the Smark Guys cancellation. So, quick recap if you don't know. Smart Guys was a wrestling show that he used to do back in the day with John Rambo. Then he got in bed with Kino Casino and decided to involve Triple P in it and have a big reboot of the series. That lasted for like 3-4 episodes, I think. And it pretty much was about making fun of DSP and sometimes talking about wrestling. And DSP didn't like that, and eventually the fallout happened with Kino Casino. And he was so spiteful and so pathetic that he wanted to prove and show Triple P that he could run the show without him and the show would be super successful. So he had on domestic abuser, Ethan Ralph, who was not even he wasn't on this planet. He was gone off pills. He had a guy that I call Gay Hole, that I think in real life is referred to Gahool. I think that's it. He had one of his moderators as a co-host who didn't even have all his teeth, so I don't know why he was there. And I might be forgetting somebody, but that shit was trash. And in the end, this happened.
All of you who were on this journey, this 3.5 to 4 month journey with me, as I reintegrated myself into and re-explored pro wrestling over the last several months. It was very fun, okay, to say the least. I think that we had a great time. For me to know pro wrestling for the first time in ages, to be watching the product, to be opening silly packs of cards with all of you, to have it be a part of my content again after a decade away was something special, all right? But now I think it's time for us to seriously think about the future, because I like doing the show, but basically the show does take a lot. I have to watch a lot of wrestling to do it.
You need to watch one episode of wrestling a week. You can just do a review of Monday Night Raw that is like 3 hours. And probably at least an hour of it is completely skippable in its entrances and some backstage segments and stuff that you wouldn't even care about.
I have to set up and do introductions and have guests and all of that. I feel like this show works better when I have the host than when I don't. So that's, you know, a lot of logistics, getting them to be on and stuff.
A lot of logistics, getting somebody to join a Discord call.
Yeah. And also,
very difficult.
Frankly, I think that the show would be better if I wasn't just doing Raw and SmackDown. Like if I was every once in a while doing AEW, then maybe doing NXT, going back to Raw and SmackDown maybe a week or two before a pay-per-view, alternating like that, I think it would work a little better. And what I want to say is overall, thank you to everyone who stuck with the show, even though we had a huge change of theme, pacing, and hosts. You know, when this show first started, the idea was that the show would be 50-50 drama and wrestling. Now, as you can see, we transitioned firmly into 100% wrestling. And I think the show works as that. But sadly, people on the internet want drama. They want me screaming at people, people screaming at me.
When did we have Phil screaming at people on Smart Guys? Did he scream at Triple P or Ethan Ralph or Toothless or Gayhole?
They want
no
arguments. They want insults. And as you can see, take a look at today's show. We just did a 4-hour, incredibly solid wrestling show, only covering wrestling and WrestleMania. And we didn't even hit my support goal.
Suffer, Phil. Suffer. Doesn't this just completely solidify the fact that the only reason that show had anyone caring about it was because Triple P was on it and he was roasting DSP? That's pretty much it. Yeah, he kind of admits it here. If you're going to do a 4-hour wrestling stream and you don't even hit the basic-ass goal that he used to hit by just sitting there and asking for money.
As if it were a normal stream. If I had played a game, I would have hit it. If I had just sat here and hung out with you guys, I would have hit it. If I had built Legos, I would have hit it. So I think this is the problem with kind of straight up commentary when it comes to a topic, is that it's very
funny to hear him talk about reintegration, because at this point he would need professional help to get adjusted back into society after 20 years of the internet corrupting his brain like worm tongue from LOTR 2 Towers.
Dude, legit, if he was in a group of friends, like the way that he is right now, no one would care about him or ask him out or anything. Because he's just so, like, when he's around people, he's so artificial. He's so disingenuous and boring. And when he's like that, obviously, you're not interesting. I don't want to hang out with somebody who is so obviously fake, who's never going to disagree with me or never say anything because I might say something back. Come on, get him out of here. Who wants friends like this? You don't want a friend like this. Let alone him being super self-centric. Self-centered? That, both of those.
very hard,
Both of
especially the internet wrestling community in the last decade.
Is he like that around Cat? 1,000% no. 1,000% that's like the most legit, honest DSP. Because he's been with that woman for 6 years now, I think. Or near 6 years. So at this point, the honeymoon period has worn off and they're just legit the people that they are.
From what I'm to understand, okay, in the last decade, the internet wrestling community became a lot bigger, and a lot of people are now known for being the people who do wrestling, right? It's kind of like, for example, when I play a Nintendo game, I have a great time with it, but a lot of people say, but Phil, people don't come by DSP Gaming to watch Nintendo. There's already established creators who do that. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks because I like Nintendo, and I want to share Nintendo with all of you, my passion for Nintendo first-party games, but they don't usually work that well as playthroughs. It's kind of the same thing with Smart Guys. Like, in my opinion here, I'm putting in a lot of effort to watching wrestling, giving commentary on it, getting the show produced and everything here for you, but I just don't know if there's enough people who are going to come by and watch and support the show that it warrants the amount of time and effort that I put into it. Like, no lie, when I do other streams, it's very easy to set up and do. This show's the hardest show I do all week because I got to have an intro. I got to change the graphics and the colors.
Well, he has to have an intro.
I got to have a guest that's lined up. I got to do the logistics of Discord and everything. I mean, thank God I got these headphones. These headphones work way easier than the other ones I was using. So I'm glad I bought.
Why? What's the difference?
Discord use. These work.
They use so much easier on Discord. This is the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. Well, these headphones are so much better for Discord.
Like a charm. But
what?
Yeah.
Is it like connecting them that's the problem? Or like managing your devices in Windows? You can't find the output device?
Yeah, I mean, again,
I mean, it's DSP. Everything is a problem for him. So obviously, when he complains about technology, you can just disregard that. You can just immediately proceed to dismiss his opinion on technology.
Let's be honest. All right, compared to all the other content I'm putting out, seems like Smart Guys is getting the least attention. Is it because there's no drama? I don't know. I don't know. I would like your opinions. And right now, to be frank, I haven't made a decision. Today, if we had overwhelming numbers and support, I would have been like, we're continuing for sure. But that didn't happen, right? So I hope you guys understand. You know, I have to try to figure out what's best for my use of my time. I enjoy doing this, but it's very time consuming. So I have to figure out, do I want to take a break from it and come back in a few weeks and maybe watch a little bit of, maybe do NXT one week, AEW one week, WWE another week? Do I want to have different guest hosts in the rotation? Do I want to just do one show by myself and then maybe have a guest host the next week?
Why don't you save us all this bullshit and figure it out by yourself?
Yeah, I don't even know. I would love feedback, and maybe what I'll do is I'll talk with my audience on my other.
Oh, more feedback. I'm so tired of feedback. I'm so tired of this. The feedback loop of bullshit.
But overall,
it's just him saying something to people and them just repeating it back to him, and him being like, oh, that's good feedback. I'm just going to do the thing that I wanted to do all along. That's awesome. Oh, so you're saying I should buy another PC? Because in 2026, you're going to need 4 PCs to even be able to run a shitty Let's Play stream.
I want to say thank you. The journey's been great. The return to pro wrestling has been fun. And to those who have supported the pro wrestling streams, thank you so very much for watching, engaging, and supporting. Okay? I really appreciate that. But
so that was pretty much it with this segment. Smart Guys is dead because it didn't get money. Rest in peace. And let's see what else we have here. Have some Review Tech USA. Smart Guys canceled. So he ignores Cat on the anniversary. That's based. Let's see what else we have here. He quit south of midnight after one stream. Because, yeah, as you can see, the King Stacks is 54 out of 150. That's barely a third of the way. That's definitely getting taken out. Rip. Oh, yeah, I want to watch this one. This one is great. He said that Cat should become a chef or something, I think. I think it's something like that. It's a short one. Obviously, you can see he is glowing. He is happy as hell. It's his birthday stream.
This idiot actually said you're celebrating your birthday by sitting in your office alone.
Oh, and he's drunk.
I just went and spent time with my wife. I just ate the most amazing meal. My wife is nearly in tears.
I mean, okay, that's kind of a depressing birthday. Look at the shit he's surrounded with. We got a Lego set of Minecraft. We got, like, the shitty happy birthday overlay. We got a bunch of other shit in the background. There's, like, children's toys on clearance. Damn. That's not a happy look. I don't know. And his wife is in tears. Why? Did Tevin say something again? Where are you, Kevin? What did you do now?
I just ate the most amazing meal. My wife is nearly in tears. Because
nearly in tears.
Her meal was, and she's feeling so happy. You know, she's rethinking her career. So I'm not sitting alone. I'm sitting with a community of people.
She's rethinking her career. She should keep thinking. Just keep thinking, Cat.
People. My wife, my cat, people online watching me.
A community of people, including his wife and his cat. A community of people, including his cat.
You're the one sitting.
What a great community.
Alone, sending me $1.01 tip, crying into your fucking Wheaties about how lonely you are, bitch. And
what is that? Is that what the guy said?
I received a $2 tip.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure, man. Whatever. Whatever makes you feel good, Phil.
Oh, let's see. I'll go back in time and throw off a cliff whoever made the society norm to eat salad with a fork, spoon for life. Salad with a spoon? How would you eat salad with a spoon? For the record, I was eating with a fork.
Depending on what the salad is.
Salad with a spoon. Joe Taco says, release the recipes for the birthday meal.
Oh, man, he looks so miserable like this, especially he's drunk. And this is like at 5 p.m., so this towards the later part of the stream, I think. He looks so busted. And this is supposed to be the big day. He probably got like $1,000 that day.
She said she made those turkey burgers with So many ingredients. Seasoning.
She's gonna become a marine biologist. She has the marine part down spouting.
Oh yeah, yeah. She can film a documentary underwater with the other whales. That would be awesome. That would actually be one of the best ever. She would actually put out some good content for once. That would be the first time anyone in that household has made some good content. Big ups, Joe Dub.
Breadcrumbs.
So hold on, let's hear the recipe. I need to copy this recipe.
Turkey burger.
So she used so many ingredients for the turkey burger, including seasonings, the things that you always put.
So many ingredients. Seasoning. Breadcrumbs. Some kind of juice she put in there. Like she was telling me as I was downstairs, and it blew my mind. I was like,
"Whoa, that's crazy."
That's a secret recipe.
Yeah, it's a secret recipe that she got from a YouTube video. Like, does this motherfucker thinks that she just comes up with that stuff? You could just look up a recipe. I know he never bothered to do that because he's lazy as fuck, and the most he can do is like put a hot dog on a pan and then pour the excess grease in the bathroom. I know that's all he can do, but you can just look up a recipe and do exactly as they say, and chances are it's gonna work out.
Use that when you cook in the future, right? That burger was damn good. All right, shall we get to shout outs? So first off,
yeah, let's not get into shout outs. We're not gonna get into shout outs this time. This 6 months ago. Oh, I can't even fathom how long ago that was, and it feels like it was yesterday. When he said that the most he ever made on a stream was with Kino Casino, and he made like 3,000. So now he wants to make 3,000 on a single stream again, so he can own people and destroy them and can prove to people that he can be super successful without other people giving him shout-outs all the time and telling people to give him money. Womp womp. Oh, so here we talk about Darziak leaving DSP Throwback. Let's get some lore on that. But in the meantime, I'll look for something else.
Move on to other...
In case this stinks. Because this is a 22-minute segment. I don't think he's going to talk about that many interesting
stuff
things.
Regarding the schedule-wise and stuff like that, because this is kind of an unrelated topic, okay? So, last year, in January of 2024, I rebranded my...
Yeah, I want this. Hold on. Fuck that. So the story behind DSP Throwback is DSP had a bunch of people, Darziak included. Well, by a bunch of people, I mean like 3 people at most, who would pretty much run the channel, and all he had to do is send them the source videos. There were old videos of dog shit playthroughs from 2008, and those people ran them through an upscaler, and that's why they looked so bad and so glitchy, and then they uploaded them as new content, or I guess remastered content, if you would call that. And then eventually Darziak, the dragon lover, the guy who has a fetish for dragons, among many other things, that guy decided he was going to leave, and I guess that's what he did. So that channel was dead in the water, because there's no one else to do anything for that. And DSP sure isn't doing anything for that. So that's the story about that. But let's talk about
How did you escape
Ethan Ralph.
You were imprisoned at? Is your girl an escapee too? Mr. Gates looks so damn furious and looking for someone.
Bro, I just bought the facility with all the blood money that you people are giving me. That's all it took. I've been streaming, and I made $1 million, and I bought the enslavement facility I was locked in. And now I'm the one enslaving people. It's awesome. I might make like a sweatshop or something. We can make Philomania shirts all day and sell them for half price just to fuck over DSP.
Let's all talk about...
Because you don't have to pay for child labor anyways.
About everything that's been going down. First off, let's talk about the big one. The one that everyone's been talking about and gabbing about and... You know, basically the buzz. The buzz is that last week's episode of Smart Guys was the most watched, the most engaged, the most restreamed, the most clipped, the most commented on, and the most profitable episode of Smart Guys that I have had since the show relaunched. It absolutely topped all other episodes, including every episode that PPP ever arrived on or guest starred in, because guess what? We had our first ever guest co-host, Ethan Ralph. All right? So let's talk about exactly how things went. Okay, first off, the show went for just under 3 hours. It did go long. And the reason it went long was a couple of reasons, I would say. Number one,
The reason it went long was a couple of reasons.
it was the first time I ever had
We get a three-pronged reason.
So we did talk a little bit up front earlier that was off topic. It had nothing to do with wrestling, right? I was talking about the former host and stuff like that. And that's always going to take some time, right? So I knew that going in that we were going to have some time that was dedicated to non-wrestling, even though the majority of the show was dedicated to wrestling and wrestling commentary. It took some time early on, all right? And to be very honest, at the end of the show, Ethan got tired, all right? And he did. And you could tell he started to ramble. He started to almost slur and start to fall asleep.
Almost. He got tired because Ethan Ralph is like 85 years old, right? He got tired.
Hell.
He wasn't on any kind of prescription style medication. For example, he wasn't. He was just tired. Look at this fucking son of a bitch covering up everything. He's gonna cover up everything as long as it benefits him even slightly. I mean, the whole event was a complete disaster. He's having on Ethan Ralph, a domestic abuser, a sex offender. He's having him on just to be a bitter ex-girlfriend and show Triple P that his new girlfriend is better than him. I don't miss you at all, Triple P. I have this pill popper on the show, and he's awesome.
Now,
and I love hanging out with him, even though he abuses his wife, and he's a sex offender. I love him.
After the show, and he said, yeah, what happened was he's not used to doing streaming that late ever. He almost never streams that late. So because of that, basically, he was so tired out and pooped. But he says, moving forward, if we were to do the show again, he would try to schedule things so that basically he can go, later and not have it hit him as hard. All right. Now, to be honest, I enjoyed the show. All right, I did. We got through it. It was fun. There was a lot of wrestling talk. There was other drama talk as well. I do feel like we had some chemistry. I do actually feel like the wrestling talk was good. He had a lot of interest.
No, Stan. I didn't have a Super Mario shirt I was selling, so that's probably not me. Unless you're joking. In that case, I just don't get the joke. I'm sorry.
Informed thing.
But no, my merch sucks. I don't even know if there's like publicly available merch
to say about wrestling, which was great. And I think he only said one slur. Only one insanely insulting, over-the-top slur that's not allowed on YouTube. So we already had to edit the show. So the first day we did when the show went offline, had to edit the show because you can't let that stay on YouTube, right? If you want the unedited version, it should be sitting on Kick. You could watch that. But I had to take that, what do you do? It's on YouTube. Like, oh, man. Well, and he by the way, he did apologize for that as well. He's like, yes, I'm not used to being on YouTube. And I let the one word slip. And I'm sorry for that. I said, I get it. It's not, it's not like you were doing it constantly. And you obviously tried to correct yourself too. It wasn't like, you just didn't care. He did care. Now at the same time, yes, I realize he did go off on other tangents. He was constantly ranting about the looks of women and things like that. As you could tell, that's totally not me. And if anything, I think the dynamic was working because he was the guy who was like over the top, almost like, I would say this. He was like the old school me in a lot of ways, if you think about it. Didn't care what he said or did, right?
This is an awesome comment. Ralph is dying of AIDS in Mexico. I think he's got bigger problems. Sure. He's still in Mexico? Does he have like an arrest warrant or something in the States so he can't come back? I wouldn't be surprised. Frankly, I really don't know.
Let it fly, saying all these absolutely exaggerated, ridiculous things about women and things like that, right? Like that was him. And that's how I used to be back in the day. In the early days of YouTube, when I literally would try to do absolutely as much over-the-top commentary as I possibly could. It was always racial, sexual, every swear word I could fit into my mouth, I would fit into my mouth, right?
Yeah, you would still do that if you could get away with it. It's just YouTube's going to cuck you if you try.
But that was because I knew that I had a certain kind of audience, and I was trying to cater to them. It was kind of like this teen audience that was, let's push the envelope and let's...
So people in chat are essentially telling me that he does have an arrest warrant. Well, I'm still gonna take it as allegedly because there's people in chat telling me, but I do trust you.
See how far we can go with this, right? How extreme we can go and what we can get away with on YouTube. And people would be talking about it. Gee, did you hear what DSP said last night in his playthrough of Assassin's Creed 2? You know, that was kind of the shtick and the point back then, and it worked. That's what got me my early notoriety on YouTube.
Yeah, it could work now too.
Now,
it's gonna be so awesome. People are gonna call him based.
17 years later, I have grown, evolved, and changed as a person. I'm happily married. I don't have constant, immature, ridiculous thoughts in my head anymore.
Yeah, but you're having that guy as a co-host, which means you approve of that kind of behavior. Since we're gonna make it a whole thing about like moral fagging and being the bigger person or whatever, well, DSP isn't.
Changed for the better. My content, in my opinion, is much better today.
Maybe Kat's the bigger person. I think she always is. That's guaranteed.
Than it used to be. A lot of people disagree, but we're in a different time, in a different era, and I'm doing the kind of stuff that I want to do, and people like it. I'm successful at making this style of content. Get it? But it was funny doing the show with Ethan where he was like, old DSP. He even said, he says, you know, you have that moniker, the King of Hate. I wish that I could have that moniker. Because he wants to be able to be like the old DSP. But the thing is, the old DSP doesn't fly. The old DSP is outdated. The old DSP is such from a different era that back.
That's not true. The old DSP would be way more popular than the current DSP in the modern era. Way more popular. The guy to go out of his way to write on forums and beef with people, telling him that he's gonna beat their ass. This would be hype as fuck in 2025.
Then it worked. It doesn't work anymore.
Like that's essentially him joining LolCow Live is what that would be. And dissing other LolCows in the pen.
Anymore. At least especially.
And having beefs with like some Discord moderator somewhere and shit like that.
You want to be a YouTuber, you just cannot be like that. You get it?
Yeah, that's what makes LTG funny. Because that's what people like about him. Because he goes off on crazy tangents on people and calls them all kinds of shit, and he's edgy as fuck. And he doesn't change that, I guess. Not that I watch him, but I think he's still the same guy. Except he gets banned from wherever he's streaming once every 2 weeks.
So anyway, I felt the dynamic worked, but I do feel like a couple, you know, important improvements would have to happen to continue working with Ethan Ralph. The first would have to be, we basically tried to keep the show contained to 2.5 hours. It definitely went way long, and that's on me. I let it ride, which I felt like I should have done the first time I'm with this guy, is let it ride. Let's have some commentary that's not wrestling. Let's go back and forth and see our dynamic and see how it works. And I think that was a good thing, but it led to a lot of rambling and a lot of tangents that made the show go too long. That was number one. Number two, we absolutely have to make sure that there's no over-the-top language and slurs and things. If you're on YouTube, you just can't have it. They don't allow it, right? So that's the deal. Moving forward. Now.
And also, prior to that, I guess there is probably multiple YouTube videos out there that break down this quote-unquote beef, but Ethan Ralph, I remember, made like a black and white video cutting a promo on DSP. He was like pilled out of his mind. He made like a legit wrestling promo saying that he's gonna destroy Phil, eradicate him, and all that shit. And I remember I saw that video on Twitter, and then nothing happened. So yeah, that was a great beef. And then they were on the Smart Guys show.
The show.
What a great beef.
Had the most views of any episode of Smart Guys ever. Okay.
I agree. LTG is a piece of trash, just like DSP. And in some ways, even more of a piece of trash. Because you can't ignore that guy is hiding a child. He has a daughter that he is hiding and pretending he doesn't know about. Which makes him a lot worse than DSP. Because there's a child involved in this whole thing. Just like Onision. Onision is leagues above DSP. It just infuriates me. When those people have children and they're mistreating them or neglecting them, it pisses me the fuck off. So I can't find a guy like that to be a lolcow in the traditional sense. Because I like DSP because nothing he does actually is really damaging to people. He doesn't really destroy someone or hurt somebody's life. He's extorting and exploiting the dents, but those dents seem like they're perfectly fine with being exploited. even though people for the last 15 years have never stopped telling him that that's exactly what's happening. They don't seem to have a problem with it. Yes, I did see the AI videos that LTG got sent. Maybe I can even show it if it's quick to find. Because one of the videos was telling him, get off the shitty stream and go take care of your daughter. And he had a good reaction to that. Is it this one? Unhinged? No, he uploaded that, so it's not this. This is it, yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with calcium.
If I can find
85.
Yeah, this is it.
Take care of your daughter.
You should stop looking at AI slop and take care of your daughter.
That fake ass bullshit. No. I niggas want to push that shit on me so bad, don't you?
What are you pushing that shit on you so bad? What, taking care of your child that you made? Wow, I'm sorry, dude. You're crossing the line here.
Show you what I mean.
How dare you annoy him to be a deadbeat? Stop being a deadbeat. Come on. How dare you? You're just being a troll.
There he is. So, just to show you what I mean, okay?
Are you going to show us something?
videos, right? Smart Guy's back from January.
Oh, he's going to talk about views with the levitating hand. I love that.
7th had 7,100. Oh, I'm blocking it.
Well, it's actually people like this more than the Triple P one. And it's not just sensationalist and the sake of novelty. It's just because people love it so much. It's so much better.
God damn it. Hold on. Get over here, Phil, you idiot. Okay, there we go. I'll just be facing the wrong direction. The first episode of Smart Guys.
Okay, here we got a view audit.
Really slowed down at one point in mid-February.
Slow down in the new one. Whoa.
Now, to be honest, all right, every moron on the internet was trying to mess with the show. We had people coming in spamming with bots, which I completely ignored. If you didn't notice, I basically just didn't look at chat at all. I wanted to have a good show. I was like, I'm not going to let this chat, influence me or whatever, okay? Then we had people who were view botting the show, which I do not condone and I would never, ever do. View botting is completely worthless on YouTube. For those who don't know, view botting doesn't help on YouTube at all. YouTube just recognizes it and just deletes the views after the fact. You don't get ad revenue for it. You don't get anything for it. It really doesn't help you in any way. So view botting on YouTube is a complete waste of time. I don't know why anyone would ever do it, but...
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he view bots his streams himself. I don't even know if someone who likes him is view botting him or someone who doesn't like him so he can get in trouble. Both of them are entirely possible. People have done crazier things to get him in trouble, and people have done crazier things to make him look more successful than he is. Namely, the OIC sock account fiasco, when he had like 30 accounts.
Idiot was view botting us.
Allegedly.
Attention on us, hoping that, Ethan would say something that would, get me banned from YouTube. Although it didn't happen, luckily. So basically, yeah. At first, it was funny when the show first went offline. It said it had 12,000 views, and I was like, there's no way that's true. Now, if you were to actually take all the aggregate views from every single illegal restreamer...
Oh, of course, we got to do that.
I bet the show had 100,000 views. I'm serious. Because all
100 million views, even. Tevin, at the time, I remember he had 5 trillion views watching. Yeah, it just works like that. You can just make up a number. I have 6 million views right now. That's an interesting number. And I have them, and they're real. Because I said so.
Streamers just steal my content live and rebroadcast it illegally because it is absolutely 100% illegal to live rebroadcast someone without permission. You can...
But you gave us permission, Phil. You actually gave people permission. You have said multiple times you don't care if they restream you. Even if you said that years ago, it's still valid. You can't retract consent like that.
And make...
Because then I can retract consent from Snort Hogan using my song that I made specifically for his videos. I can retract consent from that and just copyright strike all the videos. That's not how shit works.
Transformative work out of their content after the fact.
Yeah, I turned off the Discord. Sorry about that. And especially the Halloween Discord ping sound effect is terrible.
but you have to allow the original broadcast to happen first, or else it's considered copyright theft. So every person who restreams me illegally is breaking copyright law every single time that they do it. Even the people who are doing it to this podcast right now, they're breaking the law. And if I had money for a lawyer, not only could I shut them down, I could sue them for damages because they're stealing my initial views and exposure, which should be a part of my business revenue. And therefore, I could actually just completely destroy these guys in a court of law.
And here's where the whole lawsuit falls apart, because he admits, like this right now, he's doing it to threaten people. And you shouldn't be threatening people with lawsuits, and you shouldn't sue people in order to threaten them or intimidate them. That's not what the court of law is for.
And take all of any revenue that they make.
That's not how it works. So in the event that anyone on this planet gets sued by Darkside Phil for restreaming or other reasons like that, you will pull up literal hours worth of clips where he is admitting it's in bad faith. Much like what Super Crazy did, going on podcasts and talking about how he wants to sue DSP and get some good content out of it.
On me. However, that's not how life works. I'm not rich. I don't have the time and means to do that. I don't have a lawyer on call who's going to be slapping people with cease and desist. So I just don't have any way to do it. Okay? It sucks. All right? Anyway, so in reality, 100%, this is the most popular episode of Smart Guys since the show started. Is this surprising? Honestly, not really. And I think there's a couple of reasons why. All right? Reason number one. When I restarted Smart Guys back in January, it was a gamble. No one knew if the show was going to be good. No one knew if it was going to work out. And the fact that I was doing it with one half of Kino Casino, yes, there was some appeal there, but let's be honest, you had already seen me interact with Kino Casino several times over the course of the months before, whether it was me appearing on their show, us doing the co-op commentary on the Rich documentary, us playing games together, etc. It wasn't an original first-time thing. It was something that had already been done, just now it was going to be a different format, correct?
Incorrect. False and debunked.
You know, it was popular. Don't get me wrong. That first episode getting over 7,000 live stream views is excellent. But at the same time, it's never going to like go absolutely crazy when it's not a first time thing, right? So to be honest, I think the reason that this episode got so popular is very simple.
It's because Ethan Ralph was on it, yeah.
DSP, first ever crossover. There's that air of unpredictability. What's Ethan going to do? How's Phil going to react to Ethan and what he says?
How is Phil going to react?
Is Phil going to dump Ethan from the show like he dumped Review Tech just about a week and a half before or whatever? You know, there was all this kind of stuff that was going around.
Right? Oh my God, yeah, that dumping, that was insane. Because DSP had, and I would recommend you go and watch the Tevin restream of the 666 podcast, because I'm basically going to paraphrase what Tevin said. In situations like this, DSP has a mental script. The problem with that is that the other person doesn't know of that mental script, and if they don't get along with it and just go with what DSP says, then it's going to be very awkward and cringe. And that's exactly what happened. Because DSP would ask some leading questions. He would try and bait Rich into saying specific things. He would try and convince Rich to focus on the DMs, and Rich wasn't going along with it, so it was a complete disaster. He stayed off script, and that's why he got kicked out.
And what he says, is Phil going to dump Ethan from the show like he dumped Review Tech just about a week and a half before or whatever? You know, there was all this kind of stuff that was going around. Ethan and what he said.
Okay, that's pretty much the context for this. Now, let's watch something short and wrap it up. Like I said, the Swaycast moving forward, I want to focus on being consistently around and covering the things that are relevant, and I think around 3 hours a stream is good enough for me. If you have other ideas, just comment under the video and I'll try and see how I can fit it in. He denies having a pet bird, which ironically in the DMs, he says he has 4 pets in total. So let's hear what people have determined, I guess, to be bird sounds. Let's listen to this.
Put all of that aside. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that.
This was definitely a bird. This was definitely a bird.
I put all of that aside. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that.
Definitely a bird.
What I want.
Am I gonna stream around these times? Yeah, pretty much so. Because right now I'm still at work, technically, even though I got nothing to do for today.
Wanted to do.
But it just works for me.
I didn't care.
Be double dipping in both jabs. You see?
About the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do. You may notice a small change. I wonder.
That was definitely a bird.
What it is right now live? Probably not unless I mention it. I tweaked my microphone settings because last night I filmed a special video explaining my reasoning for why I quit Assassin's Creed Shadows after playing it for 9 hours. It essentially was a mini review of sorts, and I listened back to the video, and my voice just seemed off. And I think what it is, as you know, I bought this microphone in January, and we spent a while tweaking the settings to try to get it like perfect. But I feel like we didn't. Like, I know there was some changes there, and we added filters and we tweaked filters. And then, you know, here I am listening back to this video, and the video is doing very well, by the way. We'll take a look at it later. It's getting thousands of views, and people are giving it an actual chance, which I appreciate. And I'm just like, I think the freaking voice is just doesn't sound right. And here I am. I've been using these settings now on this microphone for about 2 months. I'm like, it just doesn't sound right at all. All right. So this morning I opened my microphone proprietary software and I started messing with it a little bit. And I turned on this other setting. Basically what I did is my microphone was put almost all the way to the side of bright voice. What that means is that it basically tries to accentuate higher pitched sound, and it makes it a little bit more crisp, but it basically eliminates all bass from the actual audio. And so now here we are today, and I said, you know what, let me mess with this. So I actually took it all the way to the other side. So now it's basically considered darkened sound. What that means is it won't accentuate higher pitched sounds, and you won't hear as much crispness, but you're going to hear more bass. Okay. So I'm curious, how do you think it sounds today? All right. I personally, after listening to the two levels today, I was like, okay, all the way this way, all the way that, what's better? I think that the darker, deeper sound sounds better. It actually has bass in my voice now, which in real life, I
talk about the bird, dumbass.
Do have bass. I wonder what you think. At least during United and Scream, it's cooler. I have my front window open. And so I was streaming with the front window open, and last night my neighbors were out there playing with their kids, and one of their kids tends to get way overexcited and scream, and the kid was screaming at the top of his lungs, shrieking.
That wasn't a kid screaming. That was not a kid screaming.
It was catching on the mic, and it's crazy because I've tested other things. Like,
no, come on, let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. And I'm going to try and slow it down.
I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. Put all of that aside. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that.
Yeah, definitely whistling. It's whistling that I hear.
I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do, you may notice
and also, he admitted he got... Oh, now I have to look at this. NordExchange.com, right? Okay, now let's go to DMs. And let's try look up pets. Because we're going to be petty like that. So, pets. And this sometimes the search here glitches out. So, hopefully it works fine this time. But I can find it. Let's see. Pets. So, I couldn't in good conscience leave my wife behind to go to a party for a weekend, leave her with the house and pets, plural, pets, P-E-T-S. Let's see some other mentions. We have puppets, pets taken care of. This also means finding a way to have our pets taken care of. So we'll likely have to pay top dollar for a highly trained pet sitter because we have 4 and they all need daily care. 4. One of them is a bird. Let's see if we got bird here. We don't have bird. Bird in the search? I don't think it's going to show up. No matches. So he didn't talk about it, but I think he does. Let's try parrot. Nothing. But yeah, 4 pets. So we had a rabbit, or the rabbit might be a former pet because it died. So maybe 3 left. We got the cat, a fish, and a bird. That makes sense.
So anyway, yeah, so that's what that noise was, because people are, of course, asking me and spinning conspiracy theories. But it was my neighbor's kid, which I have to hear every single day, even though I have no kids.
I'm sorry, bro. You're just a liar. I don't trust you. I don't really care if he has a bird or not. That might have been a kid's voice. He's just a liar. So I'm more likely to trust my instinct than trust the guy who is actually telling the story, because he's a liar. And he knows he's a liar, and he admits he's a liar. So that's enough for me.
That's what happens when you have
I'm sorry, bro. You lost all ability for me to give you the benefit of the gout.
You know? All right, so
I think that's it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, I'm gonna try and be consistent around here. Something interesting comes up, I'll try and watch it as soon as possible. This weekend I'm gonna be off because I have other plans. So I'm gonna check out what this guy dressed up as for Halloween, and I'll be around to make fun of it if it's worth making fun of, which, judging by his previous Halloween stuff, it probably is. So thanks everybody for watching. Peace out. Stay sway. Keep it flat. And most importantly, young gout.